So that's me.
It looks like it.
You're probably wondering how I got here.
Well, let's see. So we were finishing the Wild Knots. We were finishing going through the desert when we came upon what looked to be the raiders or whatever they were. The sand people.
Bandits.
The bandits. The sand bandits.
Drylanders.
Drylanders. Yes, and they were. And we found out they were engaged with what looks like possibly maybe protectors of the pyramid? We don't really know. We haven't had a chance to really talk to them. We got into a battle with them. Kong deflected a boulder. That was awesome.
It was awesome.
And we defeated the Drylanders, and we started taking we were gonna take the casket back to town when the pyramid, like, rose from the ground and started floating towards us. So we raced to town. We thought it was following the casket, so we left it outside of town. Gosse, Sun Kong, and Aesop went into town to try to talk with what's his face, the bone guy, Whitetail, and the pyramid kept following us and is now over the town, dropping off bones into the town, which are becoming skeletons and other nasty type skeletal creatures for us to battle. And Nvidi's in a really bad place, so good luck, buddy.
Yeah, he's in a rough spot.
He's fine.
Wait until we open that map. And I think that's really it.
The king kept on bothering Alana about making some dumb fucking wish, and Alana's like, "No, king." And then finally she's like, "Okay, give me $1 gajillion." And that's when the skeletons started to raid down.
Alana heard a voice from the casket, which happened to be a king that was, I guess, in the casket. Yeah, and telling her he would grant her one wish. She was skeptical, but yeah, eventually she's like, 1 million gold pieces, I think.
I don't fucking remember a shit ton.
100 million gold pieces. Yeah. Nothing has happened with that yet, but, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there is. He said that he gave us the bone, so that was worth that amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was that what? Okay, well there you go. We have all these bones that are worth 1 million gold pieces, and we are, yeah, that's what's going on.
We found the world's greatest sniper that can shoot people from 2 miles away, but point blank she can't hit a fucking barn.
Can't hit anything.
I mean, that's pretty fair. You're not supposed to, with a sniper rifle, you're not supposed to be able to aim up close and
she's
actually
basically
shoot.
like firing from the hip with it.
Yeah, like you shouldn't, and it's like fucking huge.
Make excuses for her, I'm gonna kill her.
Sun Kong, you reach into your monkey knapsack to find a weird bit.
Monkey sack.
Your monkey sack.
What is the 1 trillion? What is that?
That's the townspeople.
Oh,
Is
they
that,
get to go.
is that going in the pot, Sun Kong? Don't forget you're on push to talk.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we're at 44.
Ooh,
Nice.
shit. And before we totally jump in, you guys probably want some inspiration cards.
Yeah.
Oh, Daddy, give me that inspiration.
Disgusting.
I hope I never have to hear that again. Also, update on my scarf. It's looking pretty good.
Oh.
Ooh, snap.
I'm gonna be making scarves for a living.
Make me a red one.
I have a lot of red, actually, so
Make me a
I can
blue
do
one.
that. I have a blue one as well, so I can make you a blue one.
You
I
can
got
watch.
the same card that you got last week. Tactical Insight.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot we
That's
could
a
just
good
draw
card.
from the deck. I was like
Oh.
waiting for Jason to give me shit.
Me too.
I mean, I could dole them out, but I figure you guys like to draw them yourselves.
I do. What did I get? Ooh,
Oh,
I haven't
cool.
seen this one.
I have a twin
Um,
swap one.
I don't know if anybody's interested. I have gain advantage on your next d20 roll, of course, or recover 1 hit die. I don't know if anybody's interested in that.
That's
I will
pretty
throw it
good.
here if anybody wants to look at this beautiful, ugly picture.
Actually, yeah, here. That's good. Wait, where is it? I can't find it.
So
Oh, okay,
It's by
way over to the
MBD.
left. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I was
Here,
zoomed
you
in right there.
you can have. Give me a second. You can have this one, which seems pretty good for an assassin, being able to swap turn with somebody.
Player who has not taken his or does that mean like his or
Like if somebody
her
rolls above
turn-
you, you can swap with them. If they want.
like permanently?
I think so. I think that's how I'm reading it. Like you just are sooner in the initiative order.
Our fair leader for this fair trade card. What is? Can you break this down?
Swap turn order.
With another willing player who has not taken his or her turn. Okay.
I mean,
so it's like in the beginning of a combat, not like in.
Well, as long as they haven't gone yet, you could play it technically whenever.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
And magic rule wise, it doesn't say it ends after one turn, so I would consider that for the rest of the combat encounter.
There you go.
There you
go. You said, I'm sorry, I zoned out for a second. You said it'll last, sorry, I was getting a phone call.
It lasts the whole time.
Yeah. The whole time, thank you. Yes,
yeah.
Thank you. Hang on.
So yes, last session you guys were being attacked by all kinds of insane shit piling out of the piles of bones that were
clown posse.
Down. Not the insane clown posse, no.
Can you call your mounts to you?
I don't know. You could try. You can try anything.
Can we try being a check?
Ooh.
Yeah, just get that wand of a transmogrification out of the pack that's faulty and just try to cast it on yourselves.
No.
Rayon and Aesop, you guys see Trig running back into the Old Whitetail's taxidermy place and yells at Greypaw, "Can you give me a lift on top of the house?" I suppose so, yes, he says. And the two of them seem to be making their way out to the back.
Sick. Perfect.
Are the NPCs taking a turn first, or?
Yes, they are.
Okay, that's what I'm just being sure.
Glacé, from the jailhouse, brandishing his broadsword, you see Tall Cat step out.
Oh.
Oh shit.
I don't think that's a broadsword.
Down below, you see two skeletons forming out of the refuse of bones underneath and begin eyeing up a mount, an iguanodon-looking mount that seems like it may be Maxella's. Tall Cat looking over their way, ready to take them down to protect the mount. So he's gonna move right here. And then, in the immortal lines of a Shyamalan movie, he's going to swing away.
Fuck. Where is he at? I don't see him anywhere.
He's outside of the jailhouse.
Jailhouse. Oh, okay.
He brings his broadsword down on one of them, nearly smashing it immediately into pieces. An arm flies off as he just strikes down, nearly cutting it in half, and breaks off a good portion of one of its legs. It stumbles a bit, but still standing. You, Glacé, also see Murdoch begin to step outside, but Tall Cat turns to point a furry finger his way and says,
"Stay inside. Protect Catsy."
And Murdoch nods, going back inside.
Famous last words.
Some of the other NPCs are going to do some stuff. Ileana, you see Hursley riding a antisteed over to the weapon shop and quickly just jumping off and heading inside.
Okay.
Also, Sun Kong, interestingly enough, your mount begins to run towards you.
Okay.
Headed your way. It uses double its movement, but it hasn't caught up with you just yet. With that, it's Ileona's turn.
Okay.
Ileona, make a perception check, if you don't
Okay.
mind.
Oof. Looks like I'm not using this dice this turn. 14? Isn't so bad?
You hear the shaking and shuddering of wood.
You have disadvantage, don't forget.
Oh yeah, you do.
Okay.
Sorry.
It still is the same amount. It's
Okay.
still 14.
Okay.
What
You-
level of exhaustion are you?
I believe 3.
None of your fucking business. But it's 3.
Sun Kong's been there for sure. Maybe even
Yeah,
higher. I
Keeping
don't know.
everyone honest. I mean, come on.
I've been there.
Ileona, from behind you hear the shaking and shuddering of wood. And
Shaking
as
and
you
shuddering.
turn, you see
The coffin.
coffin,
Oh, no.
the stone sarcophagus, almost shimmering and shaking within.
Son of a bitch.
Noel gives
This
you a
is fine.
puzzled look as he turns to
This is
look at it
fine.
himself.
I don't know, no. I'm gonna call, Cheryl over.
How do you do that?
I make robot sounds. I don't know. No, I whistle.
Give me a animal handling check, please.
Make robot sounds.
Disadvantage.
It was a joke.
What does a horse robot sound like?
Sounds like Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's
all of that.
exactly what it sounded like. Yep. 6.
Ooh. Let's see. 1. It casually begins to walk your way and
That's
does
fine.
not get fully up to you. However, as it nears, you feel overcome by some type of strange sensation. I need you to make
Where?
a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, you're so fucking dead.
God.
Right before I do that, but I do have a +6 in that, so oh, it's deck saves. Okay, sorry. Wanted to make sure I didn't have anything decent. Okay, first roll was 13, and second roll was 13, so that'll be a 19.
Holy shit. You feel a pulsing sensation similar to the feeling you got previously, a drive to touch or activate certain parts of the sarcophagus to open it. That feeling is washed over you, but your willpower has overcome it. You feel as though
Yay.
whatever is inside is trapped and is doing its best through some type of magical means to get someone from the outside to release it.
You're a little fuck.
You hear subtle, dissonant whispers seemingly coming
Insane.
from that area, but can't make out exactly what it's saying.
Okay, so since I'm kind of fucked with my movement, I move what, half speed?
Yes.
Speed.
Okay.
You also see
Uh.
up ahead, close to the helper's hand tent, Invitti being eaten by a swarm of bones.
Yeah, about that.
Trying to get to MVD, but I'm slow.
I mean, he's where I'm going on my next turn, so I should be able to get there hopefully.
You could attempt to get on the antisteed, but the sarcophagus is attached by cart to it, which may or may not be a bad thing.
It's probably a bad thing. But I do want to get closer, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on it. It's probably best that I'm on it anyways, versus it just sitting here and possibly opening by itself.
Sure.
The steed goes what, 30, 60?
It has moved, I believe, 10. So whatever is left, let me double check for you here. It'll be underneath the Relica rules right.
I was gonna say, I always forget where it is.
It's this one here. He can move up to 60, so you've got 50 left.
Okay. If
you expend your action, it can...
I don't want to expend my action. There? It's hard for me to see those squares. Okay, and then let me see how far away they are. I can still shoot at them. Okay. Or I could shoot at that other one. No, I'll shoot at the guy holding NVD.
Okay, what looks to be some type of bone swarm.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do... I'm gonna do sneak attack. So once we turn, I don't have advantage. I don't need to have advantage if a conscious ally is within 5 feet, and I don't have disadvantage. Okay, so I don't have disadvantage. It's just regular.
Okay, sounds good.
Ooh, that's a good roll. That's gonna be 23.
Versus AC?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna hit.
Okay. So that's gonna...
You're gonna be up disadvantage on that also.
I don't, because of the move. That's what I just read out loud and said.
Nice.
Yes, Sun Kong!
Wow. All of a sudden a rules lawyer over here.
19 damage for my first hit.
Okay. I'm assuming you're using your crossbow bolt.
Yeah.
As you fire into the swarm, doing your best to try to miss NVT, the bolt strikes this swirling mass of bones, and you feel like it probably damaged it somewhat, but also see that it is not a solid creature, so
okay,
the damage may not be as much as it typically would be.
Okay, that's fine. And then I'm gonna roll my other 2 attacks. I'm gonna do rapid. No. We'll do crossbow expert.
Okay.
That one's not as high. That's gonna be a 13 to attack.
It flies into the bone swarm, but as it swirls around, it just kind of misses and thwacks into the bone bench behind.
Okay. Does a 12, that'd be 19. Does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
Okay.
So you fire off a 3rd shot.
That's 6 damage. 6 more damage.
Okay. This one clefts off a few small bones off kind of rending off the side of it.
Alright.
Anything else, Ileana?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, it is Trig's turn. She technically moved along with the tabaxi. We'll say Aesop, you can kind of get an angle and see that she's run out the back door and is being propped up by Grey Paw to kind of climb onto the roof of the house.
I'll let her do her thing.
Next up is the swirling mass of bones surrounding Nviti. Welcome back, Nick.
Thank you.
Let's see. It swirls around, attempting to latch onto you, NVT, for 15 versus AC.
That will hit.
It hits!
Yeah, I only have 14.
NVT, a number of bones begin to pile onto pieces of your robe and around your headgear and pull you along with the swirling mass. You are grappled.
You ain't getting out. You're fucked.
I'm getting out.
Kick him in.
I'ma help him.
The swirling mass of bones. Let's see. Do they... So, in VT, last time on the previous session, what is this spell that we've cast here?
So it was Sickening Radiance.
Okay.
I made him roll the damage when the spell started, but technically it's supposed to be on the start of each of their turns.
Yeah.
So they would have already taken this first round of damage, I think.
So, at the beginning of the Bone Swarm's turn, do I need to make any type of roll to see if he takes damage?
Usually, yes. In subsequent turns, you'll have to, but they already did the first round of damage.
Well, this would technically be. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
you already rolled.
Okay. I misread the text last time.
Okay.
We already did the first round of damage.
Well, that's fine. So this is when you see in VT your sickening radiance, a sphere, or not a sphere, but rather a pillar of light, strikes up from the sands, pulverizing a section of this bone swarm. You feel them tug at you in VT as the whole mass of this bone swarm begins to move. Sun Kong, you see a mass of bones headed your way.
Bring it on!
Right there. MVT, you're nearly pulled off your feet as it moves through your sickening radiance. At least you're somewhat pulled away from the giant skeletal minotaur brandishing a bony axe in its hands. With that, it is done. Don't forget you're grappled. You can attempt to escape them. Aesop, you're up.
Well, I see a giant corona of sunlight behind me, and I assume that means Nvidi's just doing great. So I want to protect the curio shop from this big old golem son of a bitch, this minotaur, this skeletal minotaur. So
Sure.
at least until Trig gets in position. So I'll attack this guy twice with my cane, which I believe I said was doing cold. Is it still doing cold damage?
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be a 20 to hit.
Oh,
Ew.
that's gonna hit.
And then I'll hit him again. That's gonna be 27 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
That's gonna be 27 piercing damage, and also 9 cold damage.
Nice.
And I don't think I have any cool bonus actions, so I am done.
It's actually a pretty decent amount of damage. As you stab into it, a decent amount of the bone framework of its makeup falls away. It staggers a little bit from your strong, icy thrusts with your sword thing. It is Moonlight Claw and Shahir's turn. They are at the entrance of Relica on their cart behind Rinkaz. Let's see what they're going to attempt to do. They see this bone swarm up ahead. They're going to try and get in closer and fire on it. Although I believe this iguana is a slow-ass baby, so...
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
So they pull up here. Rinkaz, you see the cart sort of pull by you. They may be able to reach from there, though. Let's see, how far away is that? 60 feet? Let me just check their weapons. Uno momento. Let's see here. Roles, companions. There we go. Sorry for the delay, I'm just checking. Okay, yes, they can attempt to do this. Good. Moonlight Claw pulls back a bow and fires off a shot towards the bone swarm. And interestingly hits. This is good. For not a lot of damage. MVT, amidst the swarm of bones that surround your vision, you see a arrow smash into a few of them, taking them out. Shahir pulls a crossbow to the ready and fires a shot, but it clips the rock just up ahead, in between the bone swarm and their cart. With that, Rinkaz, you are up.
Oh boy. I'm gonna move the lizards, or lizard, to there.
Okay. You should be able to move all that. There you go.
And I'm gonna take a shot at Bonesaw over here.
I think he's ready.
Bonesaw's ready!
Ugh.
Hey, Rinkaz, as you enter that square, please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, Jesus.
I like how they're the only ones realizing what's going on with this sarcophagus.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Yeah. We're fucked.
Good.
Good.
It's 10.
Okay.
R.I.P.
You can go ahead and make your attack roll.
Let me guess, I'm choosing a different target, though.
No.
Does a 14 hit the bone storm?
You fire off a shot, and unfortunately, through the swirling mass, it connects with the pile of bones just behind MVT. It's a miss.
I'm gonna take another shot then.
Before you do, some sensation overwhelms you. Something wants you to come towards the sarcophagus. A sensation that if you open it, this will be able to help those around you.
Oh no!
Oh, that's great, but I already expended my movement action.
You have. You seem to just connect your eyes on the sarcophagus, and Zaphis gives you a bit of a weird look.
Well, to make it fair, I guess, instead of taking my other shot, and since I can't move, I point at the sarcophagus and yell and say, "Hey! I got a feeling we should open that thing. Maybe it's gonna help us." I just yell this at the top of my lizard lungs.
Ileana, you would definitely hear this.
Oh.
Stop.
I'm just doing what I'm compelled to do, that's all.
You notice that Zaphis, as well as Moonlight Claw and Shahir, all look to hear this as well.
It's fine.
Not a good thing.
Can I I don't know. Never mind.
Not having a good first impression on my first date with my giant cow wife, am I?
Oh boy. she's gonna.
I just don't think she's into you, dude. You gotta let her.
Gonna watch out. Her horn's gonna be into me.
All right.
Nice.
Nice. The minutes. Anything else, Rinkaz? You feel compelled to open the sarcophagus. Or to get handsy with it.
I'd say no.
Okay. The Minotaur skeleton up within the sickening radiance does see Jira over to its left. But it also sees plenty of larger, probably more enticing targets down below. It begins to move that way.
Oh my god.
Does it have to pass a check for starting the box?
No, only because we rolled that previously.
Oh.
So on their next turn they will, but we kind of already plugged the damage in.
Perfect.
This time. It's going to expend its action to get right up. Actually, it's going to move here out of the sickening radiance.
This is a
and
party
get up
wipe.
in your face.
Would it do that? Is it smart enough?
I don't think it's a party wipe. I think if you guys died, there's a very good chance Aesop could still get away, considering how far he is from the rest of you.
Sun Kong, you see approaching you a Zaphis-sized minotaur, only made of bone, approaching, wielding a bony-looking great axe in its hands. Are you ready for this, Sun Kong? Tengiku says.
Let's do this.
I hope you're prepared, he says, pointing a feathery finger as you see another one moving from a house nearby, headed towards you. This one gets up in your face, Sun Kong, and then rears its great axe and tries to bring it down on top of you. For 11 versus AC.
No, sorry.
You do like a somersault, and Tengiku sort of does a backflip out of the way as the great axe comes down. In between you, a tuft of sand is thrown in the air. Let's see here.
Shit, I've used a lot of ki already.
Aesop, the one that you are in the midst of combat with, is relatively damaged, but is still wielding its great axe and tries to swipe just right across your way. For 10 versus AC.
Oh god, no, I
real
just
shitty.
duck. I just fucking
It's
duck.
way too slow.
Let's see here.
You're too slow.
Ugh.
It's almost like he's not even moving. But they look at your feet and there's a divot in the dirt.
yeah. Just makes that instant transmission sound effect from DBZ.
What? He was just here!
You sort of catch it with your sword cane and just kind of like angle it out of the way as it swipes across.
Bad as a size.
That should be all of those guys. If not, that's my own fault for not keeping track of them. Let's see. And Vita, you're up. You are encased in a swirling mass of bones.
Alright.
Buddy!
So I'd have to do acrobatics or athletics to break grapple?
You need to make, I believe it's a strength athletics or a dexterity acrobatics check as opposed to a strength check to break free of the mass of bone that's sort of like there's no like hands or anything grabbing onto you, but it's this mass of bones that's sort of like grappled around your body.
Also, if you have a teleport ability, that works.
That works too. Yes, good.
Don't, because I didn't think I would ever need one. But
well,
always need a teleport.
Always need it.
I'll be re-getting at some point. Yeah. So how do I calculate the save? I've got +2 acrobatic.
You have to use your action, but you essentially make either an athletics check or an acrobatics check, whichever one you prefer. You're either trying to just full force pull them off of you, or use your acrobatics to sort of like deftly dodge and shift and worm your way out of their grapple.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do an acrobatics check to get away.
Sure.
And 16.
Nice.
16.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of there.
It seems like a pretty tough, massive bone. However, they only rolled a 12 for their strength check.
Hell yeah.
You're able to pull yourself. You're still encased in this swirling mass, but you're able to pull yourself free as you sort of begin kicking and kind of shift out of the way, pushing them off of you.
Okay. So I'm not able to move outside of this.
Yes, you can now.
You'll take an attack of opportunity if you do that though. That's the tough. Part.
But you could do so.
You could do it, but it might hurt.
I mean, losing sickening radiance isn't that big of a deal considering they're not in it anymore.
Yeah.
But if you got away, yeah, you could push them back in it.
Could push them back in it.
That's a good
I'm
one.
gonna still come join you on my turn. Don't worry about it.
Wondering because if I can hit some repelling blasts, knock them back. But I gotta get. It's 2 squares to get rid of disadvantage on casts.
Yeah, you have to be. There has to be at least 1 square between you. Yeah. Unless it's a saving throw, then it doesn't matter.
No, it's a 2-hit. I do have a saving throw. I have a Dex and a Wisdom saving throw that I could do. Am I full health still?
I think so. You've just been like grabbed and stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna try and get away.
Okay.
So, I guess I gotta go left, right? Because I gotta get out of the.
You go forward.
No, I don't want to go back into my thing.
No, like I mean this, like behind. I guess then.
That way.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta go. That's gotta go through the character, though. Can I do that? I kind of want to go like.
Yeah, it's you're like inside the swirling mass, so I would say that you could push through it to escape out of it right now.
Okay.
Because it's technically not like a full-bodied creature. It's like this swarm of bones are just swirling around.
Okay, so I'd like to move. To there.
Okay. As you move out of its range, it is going to attempt to catch you with some of the swirling bones. Although it could miss. It strikes your way for 22 versus AC.
That'll hit.
And VD, you are raked across the back for 21. Let's see. 21 piercing damage.
Ouch.
It's a concentration check, boy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Anytime you take damage.
So I gotta do. This is where I'm guilty and not remembering stuff.
It's a Constitution.
Yeah.
Safety. Yeah, safety.
It's gotta be higher than what to save?
Let me double check.
It's 10 or half the damage you just took.
Yeah.
Rounded up, which would be 11, which would mean you made it barely.
Holy shit! You just made it. You feel the light fading from your palms and your eyes in VT, but you just maintain your focus just barely enough to continue holding up the sickening radiance above you.
Perfect. Do I still get attacks?
Yeah, you've only moved. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so the grapple break didn't count as an action.
Oh,
or
you know,
anything?
you're right.
that's an
Sorry,
action.
that's an action.
Okay, then
It's my fault.
no. I just wanted to ask because I wanted to make sure I was doing stuff. Okay, that's just about everything I can do.
Okay, is Jira gonna do anything? You see Jira back up at the top, close to the tent of the helper's hand.
No, I'm gonna want. Is somebody in there? Is he like protecting something?
You are able to see Jank, the scaly lizard man, like pulling one of the curtains to the side and just barely peering out, also kind of noticing your creature and kind of keeping away from it too. He's unsure who that is.
I'm going to have him fly. How much? I think I got 60 move. Try and find it. Fly all the way down there. I'm gonna try and stay within range of me, but kind of stay away from all the big bad skeletons.
Okay, sounds good. Anything else for Jira?
I'll do stealth roll if you can do that in combat.
You could. There's not anything particularly around here that would hide Jira. I would allow you to do it, but the DC is going to be pretty high because the Jira's kind of out in the open right now.
Okay.
Maybe if Jira got behind a larger rock or something.
Do that next turn then.
Okay. Glace.
Okay. Glace sees big cat, tall cat, whatever his name is. Oh, he's big, beefy. He's got this. 5, 10, 15, 20.
You see a skeleton slicing into an iguanodon over next to the inn.
I mean, Glace is very sad about that, and very sad about leaving Tall Cat as well. But she's gonna try something first with her frenzy bolts, because her human friends are in trouble, or her humanoid friends, real friends.
Your animal friends.
Her other animal friends. And she's going to cast a level 3 frenzy bolt, so that's one creature, and I get 2 bolts at that creature, and hopefully I'll roll an odd number, so we'll see. Okay, yeah, I'll do it on this guy.
Double thunder damage.
Okay. First one's not so good. It's gonna be a 10 to hit. God damn it.
The first one unfortunately goes a little wide, Glace.
And the second one is an 18, and it's 11 damage. As for my bonus action, I will do...
Which one is it hitting?
The one right here.
Okay.
For my bonus action... I think I have one more... Well, no, everyone's kind of far away. Never mind.
Was that an odd roll for your...
No, it wasn't. Okay. I'll just scream at this guy, saying, "You leave that poor creature alone, you big, disgusting pile of bones," and I'm done.
Make an intimidation check, Glace.
Okay.
One of the minotaurs looks your way. The one you hit with a blast.
I was talking to this.
The one attacking the iguanodon?
Yes, that poor defenseless creature, not Sun Kong.
Okay. Well,
shit about
can you guys see my pings? I've been pinging like the whole time. Okay.
I'm just saying you yelled it. One of the minotaurs heard it.
Okay, I'm done. I'm going to the bathroom. Bye.
Okay, goodbye.
Somebody had to take a shit. Jesus Christ.
This skeleton wants to keep stabbing into the iguanodon next to it because it's not particularly smart and just wants to stab. Let's see here. These guys aren't particularly tough necessarily. It brings its claws down, we'll say, and the sort of iguanodon mount that is posted up here is able to pull tight its reins that are tied around the post, and it actually catches with the reins and nearly cuts them away. There's one left, but it's still sort of frantically moving. Let's look around for any other skeletos.
He might be the last one.
Well, there's some down here next to Tall Cat that are going to attempt to both attack him. One of them moves up and they both begin to try and claw at him. One hits, the other one hits. Let's see here. They rake their claws into Tall Cat, and he gives sort of like a roar, a pretty righteous roar, but seems undeterred by and large. And is still standing, although no one can particularly see him, so... Sun Kong!
Alright.
You're up, my friend.
Alright. I can only do one bonus action per turn, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. I'm going to spend a key point to activate Step of Wind, I think it is. I can expend that key point to use the disengage action as a bonus action.
Oh, okay. Tingiku lets loose his wings and sort of does sort of like an air flip, dodging a great axe swing from one of them as you guys move out of the range.
Would that technically be in range of Big Mass Bones?
Oh yeah, he's a large creature.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. Cool. So I will attack him then, because I want to put myself between him and Invidious. So yeah, I'll attack with my quarterstaff. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Nope, not that. 13.
Is this bludgeoning damage, Sun Kong?
I believe so. Yeah, it's my quarterstaff. Quarterstaff is bludgeoning, yes.
You rake your quarterstaff across, seeing the bludgeoning damage smash into the bones. There is multiple numbers of bonework that swirl in this mass, but they don't look particularly tough by themselves. Your bludgeoning damage hits a vulnerability of the bone form.
I love that. You know what? I've really come to like not using like a slashing weapon.
You do 26 damage.
Holy
sick!
Shit.
Alright, so my bonus hit, bonus attack, 17 to hit.
That just hits.
Okay, and actually, you know what I thought about? That last damage was actually also +1, so it was a 14.
Okay, good to know, good to know. That still counts to be doubled too.
Alright, cool. And then, so 17 to hit hits, so 11, so 12.
Okay, so 24.
So 24, yep. And then my second attack, 22 to hit, hits. 13, so 26. And bonus attack.
26 damage?
20. Yes, because it was 13 doubled, right?
Gotcha.
Yep, so 26. And then this one hits as well. 11, so 12, 24. That is, I moved, I disengaged, I attacked, I'm done.
Ileona, Glace,
like 60, 70 damage?
in VT, you watch as Tingiku and Sun Kong just, in a flash of strikes, just explode huge chunks of this swirling bone swarm. Seems particularly damaged by bludgeoning attacks. Also giving you the idea that perhaps the others may be as well. Anything else, Sun Kong?
Nope, that is it.
Right. Let's see, Grey Paw is finished helping Trig up, climbing up onto the top of the house. He runs back inside because he's a little baby. Tallcat goes to make another strike at one of these skeletons. Aesop, you hear some fighting going on from what sounds like the jail cell area, and you hear a smattering of bones sounding like they collapse into the sand.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll take that as a good sign. I'm kind of concerned with this giant minotaur in front of me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's it for everyone here. Okay, no, it's not.
Fuck, what?
Glace, nearly tripping, pushing through the sort of like turnstile doors of the Sandspot Lodge and Inn. Oi, what's going on out here now?
Oh no!
It's everyone's favorite.
What the fuck? Schlev says as he, in a very drunken stupor, stares up at the base of the spelljammer pyramid hovering above the city.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Schlev, can you fight?
What? He says. You see a bottle of alcohol in one of his hands.
Go back inside, you idiot.
Fight cirrhosis.
Go back inside, you say? Alright.
Yes!
I guess I can do that. I don't want to be around here. Schlev goes back inside.
I look at the robot. I look at the skeleton and like shake my head like Schlev's such an idiot.
Yeah, he shrugs. Ileona, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move closer.
Yeah, go ahead and do
I don't like the way you said that.
I'm gonna jump down, and I'm gonna go. Magic Boy, you gotta do something about the sarcophagus. I fucked up. Okay?
that. And VT, Sun Kong, make wisdom saving throws, please.
Wow.
And pass them, please.
Yeah, that's the thing, is you gotta pass them.
Oh, that looks like...
MVT,
maybe, I don't know.
you feel a sensation drawing you towards the sarcophagus, but already having hold on to your concentration, you feel particularly focused and shrug it off. But you can see the sarcophagus violently shaking and vibrating in the wooden cart behind you, as if something is struggling inside through magical means to burst out. Sun Kong, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Oh, and VD, you get advantage on charm saves?
I do.
Nice. Sun Kong, what's that total?
16.
Just out of curiosity. Okay. Similarly, Sun Kong, you feel some type of sensation drawing you towards the sarcophagus. You see it shaking violently, as if something's trying to break out, but you sort of shrug it off already being focused in the fight with this mass of bones in front of you.
Moving it away from Ringkaz, do I notice any change in him at all?
He still seems fixated on it.
Okay. I go back to my conversation and I go, look, I don't know. I fucked up. I tried not to wish on anything, and then it fucking kept convincing me I should wish. And I fucking wished, and maybe this is a little bit of my fault. Look, it's fucking talking to me, and it's moving and shit. Can you please help me fucking fix this?
Fascinating.
Are you a fucking NPC? What is this?
That's what my guy says. Everything's fascinating.
Jesus Christ.
What's an NPC?
Science is so amazing.
Science is so amazing?
We
Science rules.
Tunnel snakes rule.
I think I can help. I don't know what I would do,
Can
though.
I, well, do you think you could actually do something? Because I'll fucking pass my turn to you if you think you can.
I got one spell slot left. I can counter spell or dispel magic with it, but then I'm gonna be short on heals or reses or anything else we need.
What if we dispel magic on? Can you do some sort of check on it for me?
If I'm allowed to, yeah.
I don't know how this works. Can I give my turn to him, like, in this conversation?
Yeah, I'll allow you to make a, without having to switch turns in VD, I'll allow you to just, like, quickly make a check on it, because knowledge
Arcana?
checks are free, so yes, or an Arcana check.
Arcana would be fine here. Okay.
Yep.
12.
You don't know the exact type of magic in VD, but you feel a strong, powerful magic presence emanating from the sarcophagus.
I'm gonna plead with him some more. Look, Magic Boy, if this thing keeps going, our fucking team is just gonna get charmed by him probably, and we're gonna be really, really fucked, because you see those fucking big guys over there. I can't really do that much damage to him. I don't really know if Ringkaz can, the monkey can, but I mean, look at he did a shit ton into that thing, and it's still here. I think we need to dispel or stop this thing from letting out any more magic, and maybe everything will calm down a little bit.
I'd have to determine what kind of magic it is, but I'll try.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Worth a shot, Noel says.
Oh, thank you, Noel.
I was just going to use my telekinesis to drop it into the whale lake, personally. But
Yeah,
dispelling the magic on it may be a better idea.
I think so.
Dispel instead of counter spell. You can do that next turn unless I can do it on your turn.
You know what? Yeah, go ahead. Take my turn. I'm probably only going to be able to do like 20 damage to anything, so go ahead.
Okay. I will...
Just for rules clarification, passing your turn, how does that work? Swapping with another player.
I mean, usually you can't. Like, you decide at the beginning of combat if you roll the same initiative as somebody who wants to go first, but you can defer your turn and drop to the bottom of the initiative order, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
But you can't, like, give people your actions.
So you can't swap your turns, but Ileana, you know, like, that right now the sarcophagus is contained. You could also, seeing that Ringkaz has his eyes dead set on the sarcophagus, attempt to either persuade him or persuade the people around him, or use yourself as a way to block him off from trying to interact with it.
Okay, if Ringkaz comes near the sarcophagus, I'm going to
Shoot him.
Shoot him, but like somewhere that clearly wouldn't really do any serious damage. Like maybe his foot, his leg, his arm, shoulder.
So you'd be doing non-fatal damage. Basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I'll ready my crossbow for that.
Okay. Can you give me a specific like space range for him to step into?
Here, but technically, even if I saw him going towards it, I have a 120-foot range.
Okay.
If I see him clearly going towards it, like
we'll say that's the trigger.
Bum rushing it, I'm like, okay, no.
Okay. Anything else, Ileana?
Nope.
All right. Trig clambers onto the top of the house. The store that makes up Old Whitetail Taxidermy. Aesop.
Yo.
You nearly clasp at the sides of your head to cover your ears as you hear a loud shot ring out. Pieces of the large minotaur skeleton in front of you are just blown away. One of its legs is completely blown off. It staggers down, kind of catching itself from falling completely over with its two hands and sort of barely kind of standing on what is left of it now. It is very badly damaged.
Fucking finish it all.
You see the just brim and top of the hat of Trig on top of the store.
Nice.
You. With that, it is the Bone Swarm's turn. Rutro. Let's see here. First, it has to make a recharge roll.
Tinky's fucking dead, y'all.
It does. It moves here, enveloping you, Sun Kong. And a number of bones in clumps try to clasp onto you, grabbing you, Sun Kong. Does an 18 hit your AC?
Damn, just barely.
Okay, you are grappled and enveloped in the swarm of these bones. Whoops, I didn't mean to move the whole pile there. It then begins to move. Right here. You're pulled through the sands, Sun Kong. Dragged towards the dual Minotaur skeletons. This doesn't look so good, Tingiku says, sort of trying to use his sword to cut away at some of the swirling bones surrounding you two.
Yeah, this sucks.
Aesop, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna try to finish off this Minotaur in front of me, and then see what my buddies are up to. Alright, so a strike. 18 to hit.
What was that again?
18 to hit.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And 13 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, even the 13.
Yep. These are big targets.
Okay. So that's gonna be 23 piercing damage and 9 cold damage.
What does it look like when you take this Minotaur skeleton down?
I stab him with my frozen blood cane, and his bones just kind of crystallize and shatter.
Hell yeah.
And I'm gonna run! Stay there, Rayon. You'll be safe with Trig watching over you, I hope.
I could always go with you, Rayon yells.
That's true. Come with me!
I can help, she says, kind of doing that thing where she throws a leg over onto the bird.
Yeah, can I just mount up on the bird?
Yeah, I'll say like jumping on your. Well, nah, fuck it. You can jump on your bird, and then your bird can move its movement.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
What's the movement on the bird?
Sorry.
Sorry. I know
It's
you
okay,
just
okay.
had the thing up. I didn't expect I'd be hopping back on them.
No, they're it's advantageous to kind of jump on these guys. So hang on just a second. These are the fellas here. Axe can move 50 feet.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Alright. Easy, loudmouth. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. I'll peek my head around the corner here and see. You have everything under control, tall cat?
Of course, he says.
Alright. Alright, the axe beak will continue moving towards my friends on my next turn.
Okay, cool.
Everything but his daughter. Got him.
Oh my goodness.
We move back over here. I moved all of the townspeople except for the domesticated saber-tooth. It runs past Inviti and attempts to claw into the bone swarm. Sun Kong, you see your mount attempting to help you.
Woo!
It hits. Sun
Good
Kong,
job, sugar!
roll me a 1d2, please.
Of course, 1. Fuck.
Sun Kong, the large claws try to cut into the bonework and unfortunately catch you for 10 piercing damage. It's almost as if the bones that have grappled you position you in the way of the attack.
Oh, of course. And yeah, of course.
You see your domesticated saber-tooth jump back, shaking its head in a little bit of confusion, seeing that it does not intend to hurt you.
It's okay! You're good! Ow!
Let's see here. Let's move these guys up here. Moonlight Claw and Shahir move up into the trees nearby Rinkaz and go to fire a couple shots into the bone swarm. Moonlight Claw misses. Shahir hits. Sun Kong, give me another 1d2 roll, please.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What? Come on!
A arrow smashes into one of your arms, pierces into one of your arms rather, for 6 piercing damage. Rinkaz, you see Shahir lower her bow quickly and say, "Shit! We may be hurting our friend. We have to get him out of there."
Yeah, we do. We have to get him outside of that sarcophagus. We gotta get that sarcophagus open.
What are you talking about? She says as it becomes your turn, Rinkaz.
The sarcophagus. I just had this feeling that if we open it, things will be fixed.
This is
Oh
great.
my god.
You feel compelled to begin working. Perhaps there's some solution within the sarcophagus to break you guys out of this situation.
I feel that if I had any gift goodbye grenades, I'd open it faster. But I don't.
No, you don't.
Wow.
One second, let me see what I got here. I'm trying to think there's anything else. I guess just try and move towards it. If that's what I'm compelled to do, I'm going to try and get closer to it.
As you begin dismounting, Zaphis does following along with you as per companion rules and simply looks over you two and says,
"What the fuck, bro?"
I hope you're not going to that sarcophagus.
She's going to.
I look to her and say,
stern voice.
Maybe I'm crazy and out of my head, Zaphis, but I mean, it's trying to open and it was closed before, so I mean, maybe. What do you think? You think we could get this thing open? Can you come give me a hand?
At this point, Zaphis, already having seen Ileona train her crossbow your way, looks towards Ileona and just shakes her head.
Shoot him.
As you can start moving. You can move a space towards the sarcophagus, and that's when Ileona's trigger would go off.
I would like
Oh, this is amazing.
to dismount from the lizard, though.
Yeah, well, that would be like your 5 feet movement forward. Yeah, so this is where you feel a crossbow bolt shifting through the air towards you by Ileona. A non-lethal attack.
That's gonna be a. You're lucky because I have to roll at disadvantage. The first roll is a natural 20.
Oh,
But
God.
this is gonna
Shot
be
right out in the fucking head.
a 22.
That hits. Ow!
Well, buddy,
My lizard parts.
sorry. You're only gonna take
56
7 damage. 7 damage.
Ow! I looked at her and I yell, "What the hell? Why are you shooting me?"
Does he keep walking towards the sarcophagus? Because if you do, I'm going to keep shooting you.
He does. Luke, is it like a reaction to?
To what?
Well, if she's holding her turn for a trigger, does that allow her to make all 3 attacks that she normally would on her turn?
when you're holding as a reaction, you only get like
Just
one
your
attack.
one
It
reaction.
doesn't.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you don't get multi-attack or
Okay.
anything like that.
So
Is there any form of save against the magic
at the end
if
of your
I'm
turn?
attacked?
Well, at the end of your turn, you can. No, that's a good idea. Being shot by a crossbow bolt, there's at least enough sense in you to. I'll allow you to make it now. Your wisdom saving throw.
I knew I should put that point in wisdom this level.
Only because it seems like Ileona is like doing her best to sort of like pull you out of the trance you're in.
14? That's not enough to break a mummy's curse.
You are not sure why you felt so compelled to move towards the sarcophagus all of a sudden. And you hear a chuckle from Zaphis behind, seeing that a crossbow bolt has landed itself in the side of your calf.
Do I have any of my actions?
Yeah, you are, with that attack from Ileona, you have shaken off the charm effect.
Nice.
I'm just gonna yell out, "Look, buddy, I got him."
Alright, I pull up my rifle and say, "What the hell? I've had enough of this damn thing." And I target one of the Minotaur skeletons.
Oh, thank God.
Zaphis looks over to you, Ileona, and says,
Maybe still be under the effects. Perhaps one more.
I say, I think you're right, and tip my hat, my cowboy hat to her.
I look over my shoulder and give her a glare and say, "Let's hope these guys aren't as slow as you."
Getting spicy.
It's a 21 hit.
21 hits. These are big, beefy targets, these skeleton guys. These Minotaur skeletons specifically.
Goddamn skeletons. Bunch of undead. I hate undead.
Were you targeting the left one or the right one, by the way?
The left one.
Okay.
Less of a chance to hit Sun Kong. 9 piercing. I'm sure it does less.
Your shot seems to land and seems to do its full damage.
Well, I'm gonna take my second shot.
Alright.
15 hit.
15 hits.
17 damage.
Oh fuck, that's pretty nice. The Minotaur skeleton on the left side above Sun Kong pieces in large chunks from its rib cage, and a large portion of one of its arms have been just blown away. Seems relatively damaged. Anything else Rink has?
Nada.
Okay, the Minotaur skeletons are up next. They're going to do this key thing and just get all right up in your business, Sun Kong. Actually, one of them is going to attempt to slice it, the domesticated saber-tooth. Because they're mean like that. One of them brings their bony great axe down at you, Sun Kong, for 10 versus AC.
Yep.
You deftly shift out of the way despite being covered in these bones that have you grappled. Is there any disadvantage to something like that when you're grappled?
Oh.
Assume not.
Fuck up, Jason.
I think it's restrained that
That's
matters.
something.
Grappled is just speed 0.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Mind your business.
You're right. That's my fault.
Wanna go, punk?
Let's see here. The other one attempts to bring its great axe down on your domesticated saber-tooth mount, slicing across its side as it gives out a hearty roar, Sun Kong. The baby has
What?
been damaged. The other one moves over here and brings down an axe. But that's not important because he's not near you guys. Invidi, you're up.
Alright. So what I would like to do is, can I make an insight check about the sarcophagus and the magic going on to see if my magic at rank 4 is higher than the magic that's coming out of the sarcophagus?
Can you give me the details of the Dispel Magic spell, please?
Okay. I was going to do a check rather than just ask. Dispel Magic is when you cast a spell using a slot level 4 or higher, you automatically end the effects of the spell on the target if the spell's level is equal to or lesser than the level of the spell slot you used. I'd be using a level 4 spell slot.
Give me your insight check, please. I'll also take an Arcana check, too.
They are going to be the same. I was just trying to use a different check.
Sure, sure. I mean, insight works, too.
Yeah, 22.
Oh, wow. In BT, you feel using such a powerful spell in your arsenal that there is a strong chance that you could pull off, at least staving off some type of effects from whatever this sarcophagus is doing. You know that when Iolana, well, I guess you wouldn't. Well, no, she told you. From what Iolana told you, it seems as though when she interacted with the sarcophagus, that is what made the large pieces of brickwork from the bottom of this pyramid shift out of the way and begin raining down these bones. Perhaps a direct result of whatever is inside the sarcophagus.
Right. So, using what she told me, I'm going to turn towards the sarcophagus. It's got 120 range, so it doesn't matter. and I'm going to cast a level 4 Dispel Magic on the sarcophagus.
Do it.
And that's no, like, die roll or anything?
No, it just says anything within it, any spell of 3rd level or lower target ends, at higher levels when you, hold on. At 3rd level of lower on the target, for each spell higher on the target, make the ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends. At higher levels, when you cast the spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, you automatically end the effects of a spell on the target if the spell's level is equal to or less than the level of the spell slot you're using.
Ileona, Null, and VT, as well as Sun Kong, although you're sort of a little distracted at the moment, you hear a hissing.
Oh god.
And the rumbling of the sarcophagus seems to come to a halt. Everyone in town, you hear a rumbling coming from above you as the raining down of bones is abruptly ended as the stonework at the base of the pyramid shifts back, closing off the open holes.
Sick?
So I'd like to just say it's time for peace in Celestial.
I don't think anyone understands that around you.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
What does it sound like?
Yeah.
It sounds like angelic wind chimes.
Dominus Christi.
Anything
I
else
just look
in
at
VT?
Null.
It makes everybody smile that hears it, even though you don't know what it's being
Oh
said.
my god.
It seems to have worked whatever spell he cast, Null tells you.
I point my rifle at the sarcophagus and say, "Listen, dum-dum, we offered you a chance to be a museum project, and now you wanna, continue to kill us? Somebody get fire over here. We're gonna torch this son of a bitch."
I yell that it's over.
It's over when he's dust in the wind.
That's our money you're talking about, so relax.
I would like to, as a bonus action,
You have some people around you who look a little injured.
Yeah. as a bonus action, I would like to give Sun Kong 4d6 healing light. For 15 HP
Oh, nice.
heal.
Nvidia holds
Nice.
a hand up your way, his hand sort of encased in a bright light, and his eyes flare. You feel
Excellent.
a rejuvenating energy pulse through your body, Sun Kong, as you're healed.
And then I would like to move 25 back.
Okay. Anything else from you or Jira?
Jira is going to fly 60 under this tree and just kind of continue being quiet and try not draw attention.
Brink, as you hear Moonlight Claw say, "Did you see something, Shire?"
Mm-mm.
It seems as though Jira is relatively well hidden and in safety in the palm trees. Anything else for Jira?
That's gonna be it.
Classe!
Okay, Glace is going to use her final third level slot. And try to, well, I see everybody like hitting Sun Kong every time they try to hit the big guy. I mean, I still might do it, so I'm gonna shoot 2 bolts at this Minotaur. Why am I not pinging this guy right here?
Okay, okay.
So,
I will tell you the one on the other side looks a bit more badly damaged.
Oh,
Just
well, okay.
FYI.
Well, if he looks fucked up, then I'll go after him first.
Okay. You can clearly see more mass of his bones have been blown away than the other one.
Okay. Will I still get 2 bolts if one bolt finishes him off?
Yeah, yeah. If you're casting it at a higher level, you get the 2 bolts.
Okay. Okay, alright. 18?
18 hits. These minotaurs are big targets, so they're pretty easy to hit.
18 damage.
Oh, fuck.
And that was an even. This one is going to be a...
Hang on just a second, Glosse. What's it look like when you kill this guy with ice damage? Cold, rather.
He explodes, and a whole bunch of sparkles and glitter and ice cubes come...
It feels slightly refreshing, Sun Kong.
The next bolt, I guess, will be coming to the next available enemy.
Okay.
So the big guy right here.
Yeah. That's another thunder type damage.
22.
Hang on just a second. That will probably hit this guy. I just need Sun Kong to roll a 1d2, please.
That sucks.
What?
That really, like, even as a spell, but that's still gonna hit him? Okay. Well, I get another chance. He'll take 19 damage of thunder. Sorry, Sun Kong.
God damn it. Hold on. Can I use my inspiration card?
Yeah, fuck.
to reflip the coin?
Well, no. It reduced damage you take from a single attack by 1d12.
Oh. Well, yeah, sure then. Clearly, Sun Kong, you see Glosse trying to aim for the...
okay. Oh, I looked back. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
You attempt to sort of aim for the massive bones, Glosse, and unfortunately, you see them actively push Sun Kong in the way of the attack. So you guys know that this thing is actively trying to put him in harm's way. But Sun Kong steals himself, taking a little bit less damage.
Well, I only take 8 then, right?
Yep.
You did 15? Alright, cool.
Well, the next hit goes to the next enemy, I guess.
Yep, the next target within range. Yep. That's not the previous one.
Okay, I'm assuming 26 hits.
Oh, yeah, all day.
Okay, 9.
That's hitting the Minotaur skeleton guy here.
If that's the closest one.
Yep. Also, what was that, an odd roll or even roll?
This is the last one. It was an even.
Okay. The thunder ball volleyed from your mic staff after smashing into Sun Kong rebounds at least Sun Kong, and you see it smash into the Minotaur skeleton next to you.
Fuck you, bitch!
As a bonus action, let's see, I have to get 60 feet. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm going to tell Sun Kong, I'm sorry, dear, I didn't mean to hit you, and give him a healing word.
Thank you, I know!
1d4 plus 5. It's not much, but it's something.
Yeah.
So, okay, 6. I'm done.
Oh, these fucking D20 today.
Okay.
Roll 20, what the fuck ever. Jesus, god damn it.
Glosse, from behind you, you hear the shrieking of the iguanodon as the skeleton tears into it with his claws. With a final kick and pull back, it sort of falls lifelessly over as the skeleton just sort of drives its bony nails into it.
You want to be ashamed of yourself!
It looks at you and hisses. The other skeleton attempts to attack Iliona's boyfriend and misses. Sun Kong, you're up.
Alright, so you said I'm allowed to make a acrobatics, dexterity roll?
Either an athletics or an acrobatics roll to attempt to escape the grapple of the bone swarm, and it's opposed by its own athletics check to try to use its strength to hold onto you, and it rolled very high. So good luck, friend.
Well, acrobatics is my thing. I've got a +10, so huzzah! Whoa! 29.
It rolled a 22. You attempt to pull yourself free, but are unable to do so, Sun Kong.
Oh, I rolled a 29.
Oh, a 29. Okay. Oh no, you're free then. You're free.
The +10.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, what?
He's really strong.
No, that's fine. I'm sorry.
Okay, cool. Fucking bullshit.
All
right. Well, this time I am going to focus and use my last point of key. I focus and I activate my spirit Aegis. I raise up a barrier of energy to protect myself and my allies. As a bonus action, you and creatures you choose within a 5-foot radius of you regain hit points equal to your monk level. Additionally, you and all creatures within this radius also have resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage at the beginning until the beginning of your next turn. While they remain in the radius.
Oh, nice.
So
you notice a revitalizing aura leave from your body and sort of sheathe the allies around you. The Smilodon, the domesticated saber-tooth next to you, kind of gives a purr as it seems invigorated by your key energy. What else you got?
Alright, that puts me almost to max health. Sugar gets 8 hit points also if he hits it. And then I will attack the swirling mass.
Okay, looks relatively damaged.
Huzzah! Yo! God, I wish I got
Oh man.
Jesus.
Jesus.
So 22 damage for the first hit. Bonus attack, 21 to hit. I know that hits. So this is nice. 14, so 28 damage. And now my second attack. 12. Does 12 hit?
Hang on just a second. 12 misses.
Okay. And
the swarm kind of shifts out of the way of that attack.
Alright.
But it is the number of bones in this swarming pile now are vastly less than they were before.
And I think okay, that will be it, yeah.
Okay. Go back to the top of the round. Let's see here. Aesop, as you are like fast galloping on Loudmouth, you turn to the left to see Tallcat finishing off the last of the skeletons surrounding the jail entrance.
Well, that's good. I feel good about that.
And we'll say that the store is high up enough where you all hear this.
Nice.
And Sun Kong, you see the bonework that makes up the shoulder of the Minotaur lurch forward as pieces of it blast kind of in your face.
Hell yeah. I love it in my face.
Oh, alright. That's
Oh no.
unnecessary.
Tallcat is going to begin running back inside and look your way, Aesop, and say, "Good luck," as he runs back in.
Just want to let you both know, we're all counting on you.
Don't call me Shirley. Ileona, you're up.
Did you say me?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
I helped you.
Thanks, buddy.
He just points it out.
I'm gonna shoot at the big boy, I guess. Or what's lower? This guy? Probably?
The massive bones that are swarming around look way more or less volumetrically than they did before. It looks pretty damaged.
Okay, then I'll do it the bones instead. And since Sun Kong's next to it, I can do sneak attack.
Yes, you can.
So I don't have disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
That's a natty 20.
Nice.
You
Oh,
want to
boy.
do your double damage or draw a card?
I don't know what I want to do.
Draw that card. Draw that card.
Okay. A crit hit card for you then.
I can't wait.
Y'all have an addiction?
Gives me life. What do you do? What do you do?
Oh, did I was hitting the wrong button. It's called You Will Never Get This, and I get +5 AC for 1 round.
You will never get this.
Hell yeah. That feels thematically right coming from Ileona. You'll never get this.
Perfect.
So you can do your normal
And
damage to
he's
this
gonna
guy.
do 8, 10, 12, 6, 7, 18, plus 4. That's what, 22? 22 damage?
Nice. You
And then I'm
notice
gonna-
it doesn't cleave off as much as normal, but you also know this is a bone swarm, so.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my next attack on him as well.
Yep.
Oof, that was almost a 1. 14, does that hit?
Unfortunately, with what little mass of bones there is left, they kind of swerve and it kind of goes through the crossbow bolt and kind of hits the bone pillar back here at the archway.
Okay. Try again. That's the same, so I am done.
Okay. Trig took her turn with the citizens already. It is the bone swarm's turn. It moves here, encasing both your mount and you, Sun Kong.
Of course. Hope maybe it won't blow so high this time.
19 versus AC, Sun Kong.
Nope. Yeah.
Can somebody put a sanctuary on this boy? Holy shit.
Despite having lost a large amount of its mass, the bones are probably even more so more sharp and broken apart now, and they just rend and cut across both of you and your mount's bodies for 32 piercing damage.
Blunder.
Your domesticated saber-tooth roars out in pain.
Oh.
It is not looking so good.
You said 32?
32. With that, it is done though. And it is Aesop's turn.
Well, super interesting turn. I gallop 100 feet to Glace and see what the situation is.
You can now see what's going on around the bend. of the
Holy
houses.
shit! Okay, done.
Okay.
Ow.
I can at least see my friends now.
Moonlight Claw and Shahir keep their distance, firing off another volley of shots. This time aiming at the Minotaur skeleton. You're not grappled, Sun Kong, but they don't necessarily know that. They're just trying to be safe. One of them misses. The other one does pierce into the Minotaur skeleton for a little bit of damage, though. But not as much as typically would be. Actually, no, that does normal damage. This guy doesn't have resistance from anything. Alright. Rinkaz, you're up.
Sun Kong's gonna die.
Wait,
He's
what?
fine.
What kind of damage was that? Before, I just thought about I had resistance to a bunch of damages.
It was piercing damage.
Yeah, I have resistance to piercing.
Nice.
Does anybody... Is that from your
That's from my
key
aura.
power? Okay. Well,
And
then-
also, so yeah, the cat would have resistance as well.
Yeah, so instead of that 32, you guys would have taken, what, 16?
Yeah, because it rounds up. So.
Okay, so just, yeah, add 16 back to your health. Good reminder about
I'm
that.
glad I remembered that.
Your key shield, the innervating energies, kind of blocks some of the damage that would have cut into your skin, Sun Kong.
Oh, well, he got resistance to piercing. Then I'm gonna take a couple shots at the bone storm then.
He's not grappled. You can see that.
No, well, I'm gonna take a few shots at it anyways.
Okay.
Die, bone storm. 26 hit.
Well, that fucking hits.
Here comes the one. Here comes the one.
Don't do that.
What?
Here comes the one.
17.
Solid damage. I have to move the domesticated saber-tooth out of the way here. Solid damage, Sun Kong. Or, Rinkaz.
Second shot. Same.
That totally hits.
15.
What's it look like, Rinkaz, when you down the bone swarm?
Ah, my hero.
In a swarm of bone meal and blood, it just explodes into beautiful red sand all over.
Sun Kong, the swirling pieces of bonework around you dissipate as the last bits of it are just completely exploded by the blast from Rinkaz's rifle.
Awesome. Thank you.
Anything else, Rinkaz?
I'm gonna move up just a little bit. Over there. Up and over.
Okay, cool. You kind of post up in front of the cart from Moonlight and Shahir. It is the Minotaur skeleton's turn. Sun Kong, it backs up. You get an attack of opportunity.
Hell yeah. Huzzah. Oh, well, I missed.
Well, what was the roll? 9, okay. Yeah, that's
9?
okay. Just making sure. Trying to give you everything I can. It backs up one more space, and it lowers its head, rearing its two horns, and it begins to charge into you.
As an immediate interrupt.
Yes.
I still have that resistance also. Piercing and slashing and bludgeoning.
I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'll try to throw blinding powder at him.
Okay.
I'm not gonna amplify it, so he has disadvantage on his next attack roll if he's not immune to blind. I don't know if skeletons are immune to blind because they don't have eyeballs. It would say on his stat block.
He is
I
not
imagine.
immune to being blinded.
Sick. Get some bloody goop on his face then.
You hear it give an unearthly kind of squeal, Sun Kong, as a flash of powder hits its face from thrown, as you can see, from Aesop.
Pocket sand. Pocket sand.
Does an 18 hit your AC, Sun Kong?
Oh, God damn it! Ow!
I tried.
Yes, but thank God for resistance.
It rolled very high.
Level up barbarian might help.
It gores into you with its horns, Sun Kong. I'm gonna need you to make a strength saving throw for me, Sun Kong, as you take a little bit of damage here.
Nice.
Oh fuck yeah, you're fine. You totally hoard your ground. I'll even say that you lessen some of the extra damage you take here. You're gonna take, let me double check here, 10 piercing damage. Probably lowered by your special stuff.
I was gonna say, is that halved? Nope. Okay, so resistance, so I take 5.
And
right?
Yep, with your natty 20 that reduces some of this other damage, which would have been 11 piercing damage.
So 6. So I'm taking 11 in total. Correct?
It attempts to gore you, and you're able to sort of grab it by the horns and stop some of the just sheer brute force, especially being like helped by your kind of key wave here. This other one here is sniffing around these barrels for a gnome. Don't pay attention to that. Nvidi, you're up.
I would like to shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts at this Minotaur.
Sure.
First one. Wrong roll.
Hit first.
21 versus AC.
Totally hits.
Okay. You want that damage or already did?
No, I'll take that damage. That's fine.
Okay.
Level
I'd like
force
to
damage.
push it back 10.
It's thrown back. You see it's like a skeletal hose being pushed through the sands. And it takes 11 force damage. It's not looking so great.
Like to launch the second bolt.
Sure. Hits.
Dang, you have a +9 to hit? That's awesome.
Yeah.
2 strong, fiery light bolts leave your hand, Nvidi, and smash into the creature. Dealing.
I'd like to push it back 10 again.
Okay,
Hell
decent
yeah.
damage. It's pushed back even more.
Trying to move it towards Aesop and Glacé.
No.
Anything else,
This is
Nvidi
fine.
or Jira?
Like to look to Liana and say, I helped again. And my
You
turn.
know I'm not the leader, right? I don't give a shit if you help or not.
But you asked for help.
Does Jira do anything?
Sorry, Sun Kong's
He's
leader.
going to be Cheshire Cat in the corner and just hide.
Okay, that's fine. Glacé.
Oh gosh. Alright. Running out of things to do. I'm just gonna cast a frenzied bolt. I'll do it at this guy, so just in case I'm not pinging here. Just in case it's an odd.
Okay.
I
fair
don't
enough.
fuck over my friends. Wasn't an odd. What do you fucking know? I rolled a 16, so 21.
Oh, yeah, that totally hits.
Well, actually, it's more. It was 20 plus 24. Okay. So it's random damage. 19.
Fire. What does it look like when you take this thing down?
Yeah.
If it was fire, it looks like he's charred. And it starts cooking the dead iguanodon.
Oh no.
There is a
he like turns
gross
into that anime meat.
smell in the air.
And as my bonus action, I'm gonna give. Is Sun Kong looking bad still?
Well, I'm
I can't
under
tell.
like half. Yeah, I'm under half.
Okay, I'm gonna give you another healing word. So add 7. Wait, 8. At 8 HP. Then I'm done.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait, hold on.
Oh.
Now I'm done.
Okay. Sun Kong.
Alright.
Sun Kong, let's finish this. Tingiku says as he sort of like holds his blade up high towards the Minotaur.
I agree. And yes. My aura fades.
As a free action, I'd like to gag at the smell of burnt lizard.
Let's do it. 24 to hit.
Totally hits.
20 damage.
What does it look like when you destroy this Minotaur?
I just want to like knock the cow skull part off the body. Just like jump, spin, and knock it off. Like, what is that?
Aesop, as you round the corner, a Minotaur skull lops from the body and lands nearby.
Cool.
Call me a boner.
Oh god. I'm still not used to that phrase. I'm still not used to it. Is that it? Are all the skeletons re-dead now?
Oh, we're done?
As far as I can tell, it looks like it.
You guys
Jason, there's one more over here.
You guys seem to have taken care of the large majority of
There is another
Minotaur
one,
skeletons. There is one more that you guys find over in the corner. And for the sake of just brevity, since
Please,
there's 400 of you in one of it, you guys take it down.
You came to the wrong town.
What is it next to? What's that thing behind the...
As you guys do that, you see a small gnome, the one who was originally driving around on the gnomish riptire, kind of creep around from the barrels. Is it safe to come out?
No.
Oh my god, no!
I mean, there's still a giant pyramid spaceship floating over the town, but I think all the skeletons are dead. Again.
I think it's safe to say that the sarcophagus probably isn't safe to keep in the town.
I think it is now.
What makes you say that?
Well, you see, so what happened was, it was talking to me, and then...
The sarcophagus was talking to you.
Yeah. So, then it told me to make a wish, and I tried not to, and then I did, and then this happened, and then, we won, so it was okay.
That's all that matters.
Okay, well, there's no reason that that you made the wish.
Yeah, no, this is between us. Like, yeah, this is so we're not ever going to talk about this again.
Right? I look to Null and Tingiku and Zaphis.
As long as we get paid.
Oh, yes, you're getting paid. Absolutely.
So let's bring this fucking shit to Grey Goose or whatever his name was.
It's old whitetail, but you know.
White.
What is... I look up and what's the pyramid doing?
You see the pyramid beginning to ascend higher and higher into the sky.
Oh, fuck.
Can I... Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say... I was gonna yell over to the parts of the original expedition to come with us. The suspicious cat and lady.
Ah, very well. Tabaxi says. As you guys are making your way, you see the pyramid continue moving and elevating into the sky.
Do we have any communication with the ship?
I mean, Ilana has a bejeweled phone, and I have the communicator. So whoever you want to.
Our ship?
No, the heavily armed one.
No.
Spectral Ghost Man. I was gonna say, as soon as that thing gets slightly out of orbit, plus, make it space dust, blast the living fuck out of that thing.
Let's not do that.
What if it lands back on the town?
No, that's what I mean. When it's like, floating away into space and going away.
Let's just let it float away, and let's just give Gray Paw, Whitetail, whoever the fuck, I don't know, the cats, this is shit.
Well, Whitetail, we're back.
As you guys make your way back over to the Whitetail taxidermy shop and curios, you do notice some people beginning to sort of like look through their windows and like their adobe homes, and some people kind of step out.
I'll like go around the town telling everybody it's okay, the evil is gone. You can come out of your houses and kiss your loved ones and all that.
Can I go check on brass bells?
Sure. So we'll do one thing at a time. So Glosse, you begin doing that. Rinkaz, you remember Brass Bell and begin to head towards the weapon shop. Everyone else, are you guys all headed towards the taxidermy shop?
Fuck yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. You step in and see kind of Gray Paw cowering a little behind his counter, and you see Old Whitetail push his round spectacles back up on his nose. Is everything taken care of out there?
Well, there's no guarantee the pyramid won't come back, but it's gone for now.
What was that thing? I realized it was a pyramid, but it was moving through the air.
It was a spelljammer. Somebody's echoing.
My.
Kevin.
A spelljammer that was a pyramid. That's...
Indeed.
I've never heard of that before.
We think, perhaps the, sarcophagus contains its former owner?
Well, one would hope so, right? The bones of an old king, yes.
At any rate, we have retrieved the sarcophagus. In addition, we found Moonclaw, Shahir, and Trig, and brought them back safely. In addition, we have showered the town with valuable bones.
We
didn't actually physically do that ourselves, but, I mean...
Basically did, so maybe,
Probably like 1 million gold pieces worth of bones out there.
We could definitely use some more than what was promised for.
I feel like the job we did was so exemplary that it has gone far beyond what was originally promised.
Oh my.
He says, kind of looking around, seeing the volume of bones that litter the town. Give me a persuasion check at advantage, Aesop.
Oh, shit, yeah. That's a 10.
Our initial...
You're the worst.
Our initial deal was 8,000 gold. Let me look through my ledger here. You did bring back the rest of the initial caravan. Well, those who survived, at least. Better some than none. And yes, there are a number of bones around here, despite there being a bit of trouble with them reanimating. Seems largely
we took care of that.
Taking care of it, yes.
Accomplished boners you've ever seen.
Well, in some manner, yes, that's true. How's this 10,000 sound? Sure, I could probably cough up a bit more, considering I could use some of these bones.
Deal.
Alrighty. Excellent.
Whispers to Noel, I could have got more out of him.
I believe you could, Noel says. Eyeing your crossbow.
Aesop looks over as like, you probably could have.
Yes. I will grab your payment, and then, of course, I'll probably need to speak to the original caravan about their pay, of course.
Of course.
The sarcophagus. Do you have it on you?
Oh, it's in your shop.
I put it in my shop.
I can't wait to take a look at it.
Probably be inside of it soon.
All right. Let's
drink it.
No, let's not drink
it.
Old Whitetail speaks with Grey Paw, and Grey Paw kind of goes behind the counter and steps over to a storage room in the back and steps inside and comes back out with a relatively large like a knapsack of gold, and kind of hands it over Aesop.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. If it's alright for everyone, I think we should start a magical weapon fund using the seed money. I think
We're
it's
not just
clear.
gonna split it.
For those of you who need it, yeah, I guess. I don't need them. I have multiple.
Oh, true. For those that need it, I suppose we could go ahead and split it for the time being.
Greypaw looks to you guys and just says,
I don't know whether to thank you or to curse you, but come again?
Both.
Thank you is the correct response. You're welcome.
But I would understand the rest.
Yes, of course.
you guys step back outside and see old Whitetail addressing the others.
Oh, yes.
Moonlight Claw steps up.
Thank you for saving us back there, all of you.
Well, it was all part of the job.
Strange job, for sure. Would have liked to maybe not had so many people recover the sarcophagus, but oh, next time.
Next time, indeed. Just adding all this shit together.
He steps back with the others. Glosses, you're going around yelling at everyone that it's okay to come out of their houses. Schlev kind of stumbles out.
Hey, what's going on here, Glosses? What's all that ruckus?
It was... You just stepped outside a few moments ago. You saw the big old pyramid, yes?
I think I saw a big old pyramid. Also had quite a lot to drink. Not sure if everyone else did, if you know what I mean.
Oh. It's all a dream, Schlev.
Oh,
home.
right. Oh, this place. Oh, it's hot as a volcano. When are we getting off of this rock?
Well, I mean...
we don't know yet.
Are you there?
You know, there are plenty of other ships that come by all the time going to all kinds of destinations. You should talk to that gnome. He might know somebody that could pick you up.
Gnome. I don't remember seeing a gnome. There's a
Well, why don't you
dead
sober up a
lizard
bit?
on fire next to us.
yeah. Don't ignore that.
Oh.
All right, well, Shab, it was great knowing you. You look really sick. You should probably go lay down. Bye.
All right. We'll reconvene after I just nap off this little bit I got.
Yes, darling. We'll see you again. Goodbye.
All right, everyone, let's get the fuck out of here.
For real, what the fuck? I want to tell Noel how much I appreciate him and how he really helped us out there.
I'm glad I could have been of help to you.
And give him... How much was he? Like 10 gold? I'm gonna give him like double whatever he was worth.
He was 10 gold, yeah.
Okay.
For 10 Giku, whatever he was... whatever he was worth.
Thank you, Ilona. Perhaps we shall meet again.
Rinkaz is like, I try to talk down Zaphis' price.
And as we start to head back, to fast forward that, so we don't want to be here forever, I give her, originally she was 10, I said I was going to give her 20, I give her an additional 10, I give her 30 total, and say, that's for the injury, and my apologies, I hope that, should we have a chance to work together in the future, that it's not as, haphazard.
You pay me more money than I ask for, and I get to watch you be attacked by your own teammates. I'd gladly join you again.
And kind of heartily slaps you on the back.
I offer a smaller lizard hand to her giant freaking hoof. You kill me with Dumbo, giant basketball player paw, and shake it and say, please don't kill me.
And she gladly takes the gold and begins to head back to the
Glossa, why are they paying more than the actual cost?
Oh, because that was more than I believe everyone bargained for. It's like a little tip, you know? Like you put on a great performance, you're gonna get a little more money.
It's like when you did extra and got all the bones here, and he gave you 10,000 instead of 8,000.
Oh, yes. They swindled you.
No, because we're doing this out of good graces, not because they asked for more.
Well, that's good. You're manipulating them to be cheaper in the future. I understand.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god.
How much is
a generous thing to do?
Tingiku was like 3,000.
Was 12 a day. So this whole adventure, you guys are realizing now. It feels strange. You guys feel totally exhausted, and you would expect it to be nighttime around now. How long you spent here, but the twin suns make it such that rarely ever does this place get any sort of dusk time.
So how long were they with us?
It was a day, so he would
just one day.
take 12 gold.
So 25 gold rounded up.
Is this the jail, Jason? I can't remember where the jail's
the one below you. Yep. Tingiku takes the coin and just looks to you and says,
I love you.
I feel as though we are kindred souls in our tactics, Sun Kong. I thank you for the coin. I would love to join you again in the future.
Bring him on the ship.
Leave your wife.
That would be most appreciated if we won paths again. I would very much love for you to join us.
Kiss him.
Pleasure. I'm apparently married.
He tips his rice hat and kind of pockets his gold and heads back to the helper's hand.
I give him a nod and go. Ah!
Loudmouth goes.
It's like howling like dogs.
Yeah.
Do all the birds in the area also just start squawking?
Bunch of Tuscan Raiders.
Yeah. Alright, can I go in the jail?
Yeah, so Rink, as you were looking for Brass Bell, you head into the weapon shop. You don't immediately see Brass Bell, but eventually she pops her head back in from one of the doors.
Oh, thank goodness you're alright. How's everybody else holding up in the town? I was checking on some of my sisters up front near the fabric works up top.
I'm better under my bed. You got a sister.
I do.
I look down to her and I look to her and I look down to my leg and pull the arrow out of my leg and say, "Oh, I forgot this was there."
Oh, honey. Oh. Well, if it's any consolation, I may have some things to show you.
Her titties.
What the fuck?
She takes a second to speak with the others. They are kind of pat each other down. You notice everyone is a bit startled in what happened here in the town. And she goes over back into Ignis's side of the shop and comes back to you, Rinkaz.
I was able to maybe put a little something together here for you,
She says, holding up a nice, cool-looking, dark blue set of scale mail.
Ooh.
This is the finished product of those pieces you gave her from the torrent beast, the electric alligator, back on Neo Gokyo. And she has made for you a scale mail of lightning resistance.
Oh. I said, this is amazing. I mean, this, you could almost retire on this.
I'm a bit of a armor smith myself. Yeah, I pride myself on it. Also, maybe add a little something extra for you, she says, turning it around, and you notice that she has worked. Not only is this intricate scale mail kind of cool looking, but it also seems really well put together. This is a mastercraft item, and you notice in the back, or no, we'll say on the chest, there is an empty gem slot.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
I'm glad we blasted those lizards then.
Oh, yeah. Glace, is she around here?
I do believe she is.
I may have something for her as well. Let me hunt her down.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, the amplifier.
Glace, she eventually kind of catches up to you. Hey, Glace, Rinkaz gave me a little bit of a pet project, something to work on for you. I wanted to give this to you.
That was nice of him.
Sure was. He's a nice fella, that one. You should keep him around, she says.
I mean, he is my bodyguard, I suppose.
Let's see here. She asks to see your mic staff.
Oh, sure. I'll hand it to her.
She pulls out like a just pack of what looks like they look like just a ring, a circlet of what kind of looks like the batteries that you used to find back on Neo Gokyo. And she spends a couple minutes like working the battery pack sort of at the top of the staff and seems to connect a few pieces of wiring. Hang on just a second here. Glace, under the party belongings, you have your mic staff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here, just a second. Give me just a moment here.
Oh, we don't have the chaos armor anymore, right?
No.
Yeah, we sold it.
This item functions as a masterwork quarterstaff weapon.
She hands over to you, Glace, your mega mic staff.
Oh.
Inset in the battery pack is a empty gem slot.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. Thank you. I can't wait to put a beautiful gem in this bad boy.
I know you like to be a bit of an entertainer and all, so if you find yourself surrounded by some baddies and need a little help, you can just give a good old holler into it, and if you activate the battery pack, supposing it's got the charges for it, you can give them a bit of a kick.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, honey.
Of course, of course.
Glace will give her 5 gold.
Oh, thank you kindly, dear.
Of course.
So with that, we'll shift over to Ileana. You step into the jail cell and see Catsy kind of tending to Tall Cat's wounds. I'm fine, Tall Cat says, kind of pulling his shoulder a bit out of the way.
Oh, what happened?
Bit cut up by some skeletons. Nothing bad, though.
Oh, he's stubborn. You see Catsy shake her head.
Ain't that the truth?
How did you hold up, Ileana?
We did alright.
I assume you took care of whatever was in town that needed attending to.
Yeah, everything's back to being dead, but you guys have a ton of bones now.
Yes, this will certainly make things around town more lively. So, I suppose you're getting ready to go.
I am.
I see.
You wanted me to see you before I left?
Yes, I did.
let's walk outside, shall we?
Sure.
Gonna fuck in the street.
Oh yeah.
Ileona. He had more of a deep voice.
Ileona. It's been quite the bout adventuring with you. There was many months that I've missed with my daughter. Although, despite me not exactly being accustomed to the idea, it seems as though this Murdoch fellow is relatively above the board. He seems to care for her. That's good. What do you think?
He seems like a good guy. He took care of everything, and he took care of Cassie.
He kind of laughs a little and looks down.
No, I mean about us.
Oh. I
Dude.
mean, if you're willing, I mean, you're always welcome to come with me, and I mean,
A bit unorthodox, our two species.
Yeah, no joke.
I mean, I just had a sarcophagus talk to me. There was a pyramid over the whole entire city, and bones just got dumped everywhere, and our group has a bird, a male or female person, some magic guy, a dragon floating with the magic guy, and then a lizard guy, and then we had a snake that did lightning. I mean, and the monkey? Come on. I don't really think,
These
anything.
are all true things. You and your party were mentioning you had some type of quest to fulfill.
We're looking for our ship. It's been missing for a really long time.
Perhaps when you find it, you should come back.
You don't want to come with?
The town needs a bit of cleaning up, and despite me trusting Murdoch at least a sliver, they'll need a couple heavy hands to move a lot of the bone work. Plus, I want to settle in just a bit and make sure everything is fine with Cassie, but she's not a child anymore. With Murdoch looking over her, I believe she'll be relatively safe. But if you should come back, I would travel with you. Once you get your ship.
Iana's eyes start to well up a little bit. Okay, I'll be back.
Very well.
Tallcat says.
It was good seeing you again. We had some fun times.
He says, kind of patting you on the shoulder.
I guess I'll hug him.
He kind of lifts you
Around
off
his
the
knees.
ground and kind of gives you a hearty hug and then sets you back down.
Be safe, I guess. I'll be back with AG.
I'd tell you the same, but I know you will be.
I know.
Find your robot friend and your ship and come back. I wouldn't mind searching the stars a bit with you.
Perfect. I'll walk away. Trying not to sob.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
Jason, I'm sorry. It's been like a month and a half since we started our journey. Where's the final destination that we're currently going to? This was just a little stop off that we did.
Yeah, it
We
was.
have the chrono ticks. Now we can go after, right? Go after Doesn't that guy have our ship?
You guys,
or whatever.
You guys have the chrono charms that will give you advantage against any time spells directed at your specific person.
And according to the map, is this like basically our last pit stop?
This would technically be your last pit stop. Rinkaz, you remember with your confrontation at the previous season finale when you were questioning Zenshi, the proxy to this court, a inevitable. You held up a card that you found where Zenshi previously came from and asked him about the meaning behind it. And he told you that it was the place where his master resided.
Oh, yeah.
And that card was the Fortress of Hidden Concealment. A very old looking burnt card.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes. And I called him a big nerd.
So if this is our last stop, I think we should see if Brassbell can actually enchant some of our weapons or like make them magical in some way.
Seems to be our biggest sticking point recently.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been through enough of it to know that we need some magic shit, and it's not happening right now.
Same here.
Brass, I guess is Brassbell. Sorry, there's an echo.
Kevin.
Okay. Hello.
I'm on push to talk.
Kevin.
All right, now it's fine. If Brassbell's here with it's fucking echoing again. What the fuck?
I don't hear anything.
Is it just me? I'll reconnect.
Oh, I hear a little bit, but it seems subtle.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll ask Brassbell if she can enchant our weapons or temper them to make them magical in some way.
Brassbell kind of takes a second to look over stuff like your kind of walking cane / weapon, Aesop. And who else would technically need an enchanted weapon?
Me.
Same. Or ammo, either. I mean...
It seems like it'd be more useful if your gun were enchanted. That way, no matter what you fire from it, it's magical.
She, after spending a little bit of time looking it over, tells you, Aesop, that if you give her a few hours, she could create a mastercraft sword cane with a gem slot in it.
Oh, hell yeah. Does that count as magic?
It counts as magic once a gem is inserted into it.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's a start.
Never mind. Mine can take a slot. I don't need.
She would need 100 gold for the parts, but she can work that out for you.
No problem.
She also tells you, Ileona, as well as you, Rinkaz, firearms a bit more difficult story, and that's not exactly my cup of tea. And I don't believe Gimsmith has anything particularly enchanted weapon-wise. But I suppose if you brought me some ammunition, I may be able to work a little bit of touch-up to it, maybe at least give you a good old handful of enchanted shots.
Oh, that sounds great.
No, I need a gem. I don't need a weapon.
Oh.
My bow can take the slot.
Oh, all right. Rinkaz, did you want some fancy bullets at least?
Yeah, sure, I'll take whatever you can get. I mean, we wouldn't have to waste so much time if you want to just join us on the ship, that is.
Oh. You asking this girl
Subtle.
to join you, huh?
Worth a shot.
Rinkaz, make a persuasion check.
A persuasion check.
Oh my god.
At advantage.
Where's that 20, boyo? Oh,
Yep,
no.
that's about it.
Wow.
Real smooth, Rinkaz.
I was going to just pay her to come join us.
I got a lot to look after here. My sisters. and the people of this town. There is some decent hands around the shop, but let's be honest, I'm the best armor smith probably on this planetoid here, so I probably should stay, but I'd really love to have you come back around, shouldn't I?
Yep. You know, fate of the world, the galaxy, all that.
Oh. Sounds like you got some mighty fine important things to tend to. Well, if you give me 20 gold, I could probably get you a good 20 bullets. Enchanted.
That's fine.
And if you all give me about 2 or so hours, I can have that worked up for you.
Well, that sounds delightful.
Alright. So
Let's go buy Schlev a couple more drinks.
No, we need to make sure he stays asleep for as long as he needs to sleep.
That's what I mean.
Oh, well. Oh, okay.
So Brass Bell goes back in her shop and begins working on those things for you guys. Did you guys want to do anything else while you were here?
Stay in the shade.
Yeah, I'm done with this sandbox. No offense.
You guys also realize that you have to turn your mounts in.
Oh no, yeah. Yeah. Can we just get that over with?
You guys bring the mounts back to Hursley, who, after an hour or two, is sort of returning things to normal, by and large, for the most part, back at his stables. He welcomes you over and inspects most of the mounts, and says, probably gonna make a lot of coin off all these bones, and hopefully whatever that thing was that came here along with you guys, coincidentally, is gone now. Almost looked like a pyramid, but I'm not sure because it flew through the air. Either way, you've probably, at the end of the day, made us some coin. Life is rough out here. 25 gold altogether. I'll take the mounts back.
I got it. Done.
It's a good deal.
He also, Sun Kong, as you hop off Sugar kind of nuzzles your back.
Sugar.
And
Good boy.
Hursley looks over and says, you know, Sun Kong, these saber-tooth, they're the most difficult things. Don't take to their owners, especially new ones, but this one seems, I don't know, mighty fine to come up to you and be friendly.
He's a good boy.
To be honest, I've never really seen anything like it. You know, I breed these mounts, raise them by my hands. Usually, in most cases, I rent them out, but I'm not against selling them to a good owner. What say you in need of a saber-tooth mount?
How much?
I'll give you a saddle and 3 months worth of feed for 200 gold.
200? Done.
Now you take care of it, alright?
Oh, I will. Good boy. You're coming with me.
So for rolling 2 critical successes each time you needed to roll an animal handling check for the saber-tooth, it is taken to you and walks along with you.
Nice.
Yes. I'm sure Ammon's gonna love having him on the ship.
There's a giant mechanical bear. Why not a real life smelly cat with... Oh, you're right.
You guys see Sun Kong approaching with a saber-tooth.
Oh, honey, you know you have to turn that in, right?
Oh no, I bought him.
What?
He's mine now. He's coming with us.
Glacé will attempt to pet him and see if he growls.
Make an animal handling check, Glacé.
At a natural 20.
Oh!
What the fuck? Now it's hers.
I know.
Wow.
Sun Kong, yeah, you brace for the eventual events of this and watch as Glacé, in kind of a cooing voice, easily pets it, and it kind of purrs.
Oh, what a good baby!
Good boy, Sugar. Yeah, it's a good boy.
Look, Aesop, we have a new companion.
What? Aesop looks around. I don't see anyone.
It's the giant saber tooth.
What?
Yeah.
It probably
You
likes birds.
You don't.
Come pet him, buddy.
I don't think that's necessary.
Look,
I
he's
don't think.
very sweet.
Well, I don't think Amron has room on her ship for that. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't.
I look to Yolana and say, "No cats for us, but look at this."
I know. You would think.
I pet him.
Oh no!
Make an animal handling check.
Can I give him advantage since I'm there? And was like, this is Aesop.
That's true. You get advantage.
Okay.
I don't want him to hurt you.
All right. Animal handling is actually not terrible. 16.
Okay. You get a good pat on it. It doesn't pull back from you. It doesn't do any intimidating type of, like, it doesn't glare its teeth or anything. It just kind of lets you pet it. It doesn't really purr or pay you much mind, but it lets you get a good kind of feathery rub on its side.
I would say see, and yeah, Luke walked away for a second, but yeah, so cool.
All right. Is there anything else you guys
Did you want to pet him, Ileana?
Sure.
He's a good boy. Just scratch him behind the ear. He likes it like that.
Make an animal handling check at advantage, Ileana.
Sorry, it actually was Celeste.
Oh my god. Why is your wife locked down?
She wasn't. There was a banging noise, and apparently she just spilled a bunch of nuts all over the kitchen.
My animal handling is going to be an 11.
Ileana, you hear a low growl coming from it as you pet it a little bit. It kind of keeps its eyes locked on to you.
Is it male or female?
You're looking?
Yeah.
Make a give me another animal handling check.
Oh my god, I'm not lifting up its leg.
You're not like touching it, but you're or I'll take a nature check too.
How about I'll do nature? That's a higher roll than the fucking animal handling.
No, you
17.
present to the cat and see what its reaction is.
Well, that's what I was gonna make a comment about. If it was like a female, then I can make a different comment.
You don't see any big fat saber-tooth cock hanging from it, so you assume that it's a female.
Well, that's good.
I walk away. That's what happens when you play with female cats. They don't fucking like you, fucking tall cat. Now I have to fucking deal with this shit. Dumbass fucking saber-tooth.
Something's going on with Ileana.
I pull out a flask and hand it to her.
I have booze. I just want to get off this stupid island and find a G. I don't fucking like this place.
Sandbox?
They have to get their shit. What? I don't know. I wasn't listening when they got their whatever they're getting.
What?
Their weapons.
Oh.
From Brassbone.
So you guys go back into Sandspot's lodging and kind of sit with the other group nearby, the Tabaxi and Shahir and Trig, and swap a bit of stories of your times adventuring. The other three that you guys met from the initial caravan kind of talk about maybe dropping out of the whole Wild Knot experience and become something slightly more safe in terms of like becoming a helper's hand.
Oh. And you'll get paid a lot.
Yes. We like that. Less work from us. We'll let the Wild Knots themselves handle it.
That's a good way of still kind of exploring, still getting paid, and still kind of keeping out of trouble.
And you guys kind of sit and probably have some drinks, but we'll just kind of run past that. You guys can fully heal up.
Do I get 1 point of exhaustion loss?
I believe you do when you take a long rest. So, I mean, you guys are going to, when you get back on the ship, do this anyway. So, eventually, Brassbell comes back and hands you sort of your sword cane, Aesop. Although now there's some intricate looking line work that runs through it and kind of connects to an empty slot at the top where you would assume a gem would go to.
Oh my god, you're gonna be the penguin.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, Brassbell.
Of course. And here's the bullets to you, Rinke, she says, kind of handing them over to you.
Nvidi, bless these damn things.
Oh, how? Well, sure. What kind of blessing would you like?
One for killing. Smiting. In the name of whoever you worship or whatever. I need something to die. I've had enough of these damn magic-resistant enemies.
I will put one hand on Shot. I'll put one hand on Rinkaz's shoulder and ask the great author to, I don't know, help him do whatever. I don't quite understand what he's asking, and give him a.
As you do this, Brassbell kind of leans into you, Nvidi, and just kind of holding a hand up to her mouth says, "They're already enchanted.
I'll just
make it flashy."
Yeah. I'll give him guidance to hold 1d4 on his next ability check. And prestidigitation, just cause some like orbs of light to float around a little bit. And just nod to him and say in Draconic, "It is done."
I looked at him and laughed. I said, I don't know what you can do, but anything's better than what the hell I've been shooting lately.
Awesome.
It's funny.
Shooting blanks?
Oh.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we call the ship.
Okay, you guys know that a short trek outside of town, kind of at the cliffside, up some cliffs, at a vantage point over the town, is where Amryn has parked her ship.
Oh, let's get out of here.
Oh, goodbye, everyone. It was good.
It was awful.
I wave and leave and say, remember, don't desecrate the grounds of the dead, and you'll be okay.
You guys see some kind of dusty, dirty children kind of run out and begin playing with some of the bones as you guys get ready to leave.
I tip my hat to them.
They kind of laugh and kind of smack the bones against one another at each other.
Disgusting.
Are they cat people?
No.
Oh.
They're like little sand children. They're born in this area is what I mean.
Little dirt people. No. Aesop thinks of Little Hush playing in the mud.
Oh, there you go. Is everybody grouped back? Where did Ileana
Little
go?
Hush
I
and
think
Little
of
AG.
AG. I'm at the bottom. I thought you said to go to the bottom of the map.
Oh, hang on.
I'm moving up now. I'm going to the top of the map.
Yeah.
Where are you fucking want me at?
Now, let's see.
Little homeless kids playing in the street with the bones of a desecrated tomb. It makes you feel at home, doesn't it? Like family again.
Warms the cockles.
I hate this planet.
I'm with you. Let's get the hell out of here. There's sand in everything.
I hate
Rough
sand.
and coarse.
So coarse. Gets everywhere.
I hate sand.
This place
let's see
sucks.
here.
You didn't steal a kiss from Brassbell, Rinka?
It's strictly business. Strictly business.
Of course it is, honey.
Sometimes you just have to pay for it.
Oh! I like him.
Not too sure, but sure.
You guys see the Project 14 at the top of the little rock walkway that leads up here, kind of exiting the town, and find yourselves back on the ship.
Gosse starts to cry. I've never been so relieved in my life.
I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad.
It's just that planet. The planet sucks. Well, except for my buddy here. He's ours now.
Oh, you're gonna wash him, right? He smells.
Cats clean themselves.
Oh no! Oh god.
Oh, you're right. We should clean Cregan.
Hang on just a second here.
Cats clean themselves. Fuck.
He's just a big kitty.
He fucking stinks. So do you, actually.
At this point, you guys all kind of smell kind of rank.
Oh,
I go into Tall Cat's old room
Oh.
And cry.
and just lay there.
Taking his smell.
Is there a sauna on the ship?
Oh, fuck.
Is there somewhere to clean on this ship? Like showers or something?
Why are there bones?
And there are bones!
It's not bones. It's not bones.
Oh, could I take back one bone for AG?
Sure.
Aw.
You grab one bone on the way out.
Yeah, sometime.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Getting cucked over here, man. What's going on?
Oh my god, Cregan's totally giving it to your wife! What the fuck? Every time we come back, he's always with your wife.
Oh, shit.
Little monkey business.
That's so
I know you don't care because you're like in love with Tengiku, but I mean, come on.
Ah, no.
If you and Giku don't end up at the end of the season, worst season ever, not resubscribing.
I wanna kind of knock on Ilana's door and try to cheer her up. Say that we'll see him again. We'll get him back when we get, we'll come back and visit it. Relica.
I visit Ilana and bring her more booze.
From orbit, we'll visit.
I go, I don't have AG, and all that's gone.
Oh, we'll find. Okay, let it out, honey. We're gonna find AG. We're on our way to save him and get the ship. It's all gonna be great.
We don't even know where the ship is.
We can track it, right? That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Glosse starts to cry with Ilana.
Oh my goodness, I think I'll be in my room.
Renkez is gonna start drinking and say, and there's still no cause. He's gone.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Let's just.
God.
I'm not. I'm in a real good mood. I got a kitty.
Yeah, we see you walk into your wife fucking getting railed by Cregan.
Wow.
I was gonna knock on Amron's door.
Oh no.
He goes to see Amron first, by the way, not his wife. Amron.
He's the captain!
Oh, hey, Sug. Oh. What? That's. Yeah. Is he. I have a few questions. Is he. Does he get smaller? Is he nice? I guess Amron will try
It's
to
a girl.
pet him. Oh, she. Okay.
Make an animal handling check, Amron, with advantage.
This is what I've been waiting for. I can't wait to crit fail on this one.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yo, I rolled a 4. Hold on, what's my animal?
Advantage, advantage, you have advantage.
Oh. Well, that's better. Animal handling. This isn't a machine. This is an animal.
Very good, Edmund.
I rolled a 10, and with my bonus is a 10.
Woo!
You go to pet it, and it doesn't really look your way. It doesn't turn to look your way, but it kind of gives you some side eye and rears its lip up a little bit, showing you its long canine.
I'm more of a
Her name's
person.
Sugar, and my best friend.
Well, I'm sure there's room for Sugar on the second or... Yeah, we'll keep her on the second floor.
Yay!
Yeah, okay.
Bye! Thanks, everybody!
Yeah, bye.
Sung Kong, a monkey riding on a domesticated saber-tooth, bounds down the hallway.
Wow. This is fine.
Oh
Everything's normal.
He's gonna come in on Ukog and Krieg and fucking with the saber-toothed tiger and kill them both.
I'm ready for that.
Man, these halls look really small.
Rinkaz, you remember that Amron knew something about that card that you had, in terms of the location of it.
Well, I'll go see her, but first I'm gonna check on the elephants, make sure they're alive and not eaten.
Yeah, the elephant.
You can feed them to the new saber-toothed tiger when you run out of kitty kibble.
Everything I own or that is given to me is being eaten by something larger.
Here's a question: did any of you guys leave them food?
Yeah, he told Cregan to take care of them.
Yeah,
You left
they
Cregan
were
to
under
take care.
instruction.
Cregan's probably eating
Cregan
them.
probably is having them watch him bang Ukon.
Rinkaz, you step into what used to be Brass Bell's room and find the fortified kind of cover and pillow fort that you made for them, and find 3 very slow-moving, kind of slightly emaciated-looking tiny elephants.
Oh my god! You guys are cruel.
I go over and I start petting them and giving them food and water and cleaning up the apparent tiny pink elephant shit that's all over.
Yeah.
Do they need mayonnaise?
I don't know how they taste with mayonnaise.
Fuck it. What D&D adventure is this where a bird and a lizard are in a room together feeding 3 tiny elephants mayonnaise? What is this? Oh, fuck. So,
Best adventure.
Rinkaz, you spend a little time making sure that the 3 tiny elephants found in a jar by Sung Kong from the effects of the Wyrd are taken care of for the time being.
That's what you said. You spent some time making mayonnaise.
Disgusting.
Scratch.
So what do you guys do now?
Thank you. Go check on Amaranth and ask her about the card.
Okay. Amaranth Rinkaz comes to find you, and I'm assuming flashes that card.
Yes. And leftover mayonnaise.
You're not sure why he's showing you leftover mayonnaise. But you remember on your trip out to what you believe to be a piece of Neverwinter that you had visited in some lifetimes ago. When you arrived there, you didn't find much of anything except just a littered spatial area of rocky debris. However, in one of the large pieces of rocks, this cliffside that seemed to be left over, a huge hunk of rock, a sizable size, on one end of it, sort of within a bit of a crevice, you saw what looked to be this same sort of like stone temple that had this skeletal face as the front of it. You remember sensing some very minor, subtle magic energy emanating from it.
Oh, okay. I will let him know that. And can I pull up? Can I pull up that location?
Sure.
Can I look at my book and?
You use the Geonomicon and flick your finger over to the large arcane screen in front of you, and it runs to your TV basically, and you're able to see on the Twixt here there is Neverwinter at the far west side of the map.
West.
Oh, it's going to be a long journey, isn't it?
Oh, that is a long journey.
I hope no one gets cabin fever all cooped up in here. You know?
We can make some pit stops.
Emran, you believe it will take about 14 days to get to
Ooh.
That's enough time to get rid of all the exhaustion and angst that we all have.
Angst.
Is it?
Okay.
Was creaking out in an airlock.
Why is everyone so mean to him?
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, he's an asshole sometimes, but...
Leave it with Sun Kong's wife.
Oh, really anything.
Oops.
Jesus.
So you guys are hopefully keeping relative track of your rations.
How many rations do we need to get rid of?
I believe you each had like 5 on Relica after your long journey in the sand.
That sounds about right.
I think it was 2 there and 3 back.
I have 10 days worth of rations left.
Oh.
I have a lot of spare.
I have
Not a
76 rations.
Yeah.
I have 31 blood sacks left.
Oh.
For some reason, I only show 1 ration. I don't know if that's correct, but...
Sun Kong is going to stop.
We can let that happen.
I only had
Has
about
died of
5 or 6.
dysentery.
I didn't have them written down those from the day that we left that I kept track. I think I have about like 6 or 7 days worth.
I just knocked down the amount that for the full 14 days.
How much is it for the full 14?
It's 14.
Oh, that makes sense. Thanks.
14
Nailed
times
it.
6. Whatever that number is.
Alright. Rations have been marked.
Be back 1 second.
1.
Just 1 second.
84 rations altogether to reach Everwinter.
I can pitch in for whoever needs some
Sun Kong does.
Yeah, can we just stop somewhere and get some more rations?
I'll say you guys could. You haven't taken off necessarily yet. You could just go back into town and buy rations if you needed to.
Do it!
Okay. I'm gonna buy like 200 rations.
Okay.
So, did you say it was 6 rations? Can't I just do it by days? How many days worth? Is it 6 rations for a day?
Yeah, well, rations. 1 ration is for 1 day.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys
Okay,
used
so
more
by
on
200
Relica
days
just because
worth.
of the intense heat there.
Oh, okay.
Kind of made you eat through your reserves faster. But normally it's just 1 ration 1 day, and they're 5 SP, so they're really cheap. And then from there, you guys know you have a 14-day trip out to Everwinter, where you believe you will find some way to reach this place where the Horror resides.
I have a game we could all play. Kobolds and Catacombs. It's a game of make-believe where... Oh, it's out of character. I'm joking.
Is there anything you guys wanted to do as you make your way there? Otherwise, we're on the map. It's the ball's technically in your court.
I feel like there was something I wanted to do, but now I can't remember what it was.
I have to ask the party questions.
Oh, I want to talk to... We haven't really talked to our golden boy here. So where are you from?
It's a phenomenal question.
Wait. You don't know where you're from? Or you just forgot?
From a small village next to a wizard college. And, used to be a aspiring wizard, but some things kind of happened and not a wizard.
Oh.
Well, that's delightfully vague.
Yeah.
Were you not good enough to be a wizard, or
Not good enough's one way to put it. I had to pass a trial to earn wizardry accolades, and my group didn't necessarily complete the final adventure we were put on. I kind of got separated from them, and I don't really know what happened, if they made it or not.
Oh, I'm so sorry. How long ago was this?
Right before I met you guys.
Oh no.
One of my party members was alchemist that looked like Aesop.
Wait, what?
You mean a Kinku?
Yeah, small bird-like creature.
Wait. What? Was she a female Kinku?
Think so. Couldn't really tell because they never talked.
I guess my character token should be in here talking to him.
I moved back just in case you guys want to do that.
Alright, was her name Hush?
It's what we called her, yeah.
Oh my goodness, you traveled with my daughter.
I guess I did.
That's amazing. What a coincidence. Well, she wasn't in any danger, was she?
We were in a lot of danger, actually. We were in a frozen, magically enchanted catacomb looking for artifacts, and we started to get overwhelmed at the end, and I don't really know what happened past that.
Oh. Well, I guess I know she made it out okay because she's still on your ship, right, Glace?
That's right. We found her with the doors.
Oh. Well, what was I asked him the name of the Magic Academy this was.
What was the...
It was called the Ravis Aeterna.
And was this the academy Hush was attending?
This was.
What? Oh man, small world. I say out of character. Well, this is quite a coincidence. I'm sure you're just as determined as I am to recover one of your former party members, right?
At least to say thank you, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, with any luck, we'll be through all of this very soon, and we'll have the ship back and be reunited with my daughter and your little AG son, Ilana.
AG?
I'm sure this AG is fine.
And Kui!
I don't know who that is, but I'm sure he or she is great.
She is the ship.
Oh, you named the ship.
No. She's like the ghost. She's like the ghost on the
Consciousness
ship.
of the ship.
No, she's like the ghost. Oh, okay, now I understand.
She's like Radriarch or whatever this guy's name. Radrion or whatever.
Yeah.
I see.
A smaller, cuter, much more pleasant to talk to Radriar, yes.
Okay, more of these little blue holograms. Got it. Well then, good to know. Was this frozen cave you were getting artifacts? This was your test, like a final exam?
Yeah, exactly. It was to make sure we had mastered all of our techniques that we were studying, and fortunately I wasn't the best wizard in school, but there was far too much for us to deal with.
If she also failed, she must have not been studying very hard. That sounds like a B on the report card if I've ever heard of it.
Well, the good news is I was the only one that didn't recover the artifact that I was supposed to. That's when we got separated.
Oh, I'm so proud of her. But my condolences. You've clearly already proven yourself as a valuable member of our team.
Yes.
Hope so. Which, I have a question about that. The peacekeepers we talked to wanted to have a copy of my spell tome, and I could show them my book, which I've kind of kept under my robe the whole time.
Oh.
What's it look like?
It's like a larger, gilded, just like a huge tome with like a lot of intricate runes all over it, and kind of bound with a chain that I keep around my waist.
Well, it's expensive.
He puts it in his pocket and the chain hangs out.
Yeah.
Ew.
Exactly.
He wears Jinko jeans.
Yeah, under my robe.
Oh my god.
Those flared pants.
So why did they want that book?
It's
Or the copy?
It's hard to say, really. It's where I've been getting the source of my magic from. I never studied any of this in school, but this tome is what I found, and it got me away from the frozen catacombs safely. And whatever is special to the book is also keeping me safe as well. So I need to keep it safe.
It sounds like you recovered your artifact, then. This school clearly doesn't know what it's talking about.
Yeah, you might be right, but I still don't know enough about it. I just know that I'm supposed to protect it.
Oh, well, protect it you shall, then.
Interesting.
So I don't really know who those peacekeepers are, but I didn't feel that I should trust them with giving them a all-powerful tome of knowledge.
I suppose.
I don't feel like sharing anything with those people.
Yes, but it's a good bargaining chip if we need.
How do they know where we are, what we've been doing? It's like they have spies everywhere.
We were on TV before. I mean,
right, but true.
You were on TV?
I changed my words in character to sound like it fits the intergalactic broadcast network.
Oh, fascinating.
The long story, but we were paid and to go and record our adventures.
Yes, but we haven't been recording anything in a long time, and they still somehow knew where we were on Neo Gokyo.
The fact that they knew what realm Kaza's spirit was at means that they have powerful magic. I'm sure they're tracking us somehow.
If they can track a dead body, I'm sure they can track us.
Oh, that's so weird.
Perhaps.
I agree.
I spend enough time on Neo Gokyo, you're used to people surveillancing you, so to speak.
I don't think they should be trusted, because clearly they are hiding things from us.
Why wouldn't they hide things from us?
But they're asking us for help, right?
Yes.
I don't know.
I guess when you have a network of people running around and you're getting trading information, you know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. They know all, they can tell all.
Do you think they know about the whole sigil thing?
Oh, that's your business, not mine.
Wait, have we told Aesop and Vidi about the sigil thing?
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you guys told me.
Oh.
Oh, I guess not in Vidi, but Aesop knows about it.
Okay.
What's a sigil?
Nothing anymore.
That's such like a in-universe perfect answer to that. To that.
It was a place. It's not a place anymore. But, I look around, and, well, I mean, we're gonna have to learn to trust each other if we're all traveling together. And I will give him, I will tell him that we're trying to, what are we trying to do again with Sigil? What are we? Oh, we're trying to, put the pieces together about finding out who controlled us in the event that Sigil, the Sigil had to, oh god, the wording. I basically tell him that we are looking for people who destroyed Sigil.
I give him the long and short of it and say that imagine you're at a spaceport and you can take a ship to anywhere. Well, imagine there's a bunch of rooms and portals. There's a city that was just like that. It'll take you anywhere in the multiverse. We kind of were controlled into effect of doing a few things.
We were used
to destroy it. It's basically the gateway to anywhere and any place.
Really? Well.
It was, yes.
And it's gone?
Oh, it's gone. It's what we are. I mean, is it gone?
From what we know, I mean, we're not 100% sure exactly. It's still new to us. We kind of took a 10-year hiatus of not knowing things and existing. So yeah, I kind of scratch my head and just say, yeah.
Yeah, we were used and then our memories were wiped.
Well, as long as you don't try to destroy my tome, I can help you as best I can.
Oh.
I owe Hush one anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Oh, something important. I need to tell you. You've witnessed the other creature that inhabits this body. Hush doesn't know about Subject 22, and I would thank you to keep it that way.
Oh.
Okay.
When we meet, just don't mention me transforming into a terrible bloodthirsty creature.
Sure. And I wink.
Why did you wink? You're not supposed to wink when you're promising something.
I let it ring cast. Sure. Wink. Wink. I just keep winking.
I look and say it's an involuntary missile spasm. It's darkling thing. It's the bright lights of the ship.
Yeah, it's so bright in here.
No, why would you scare my daughter like that?
I don't know what you're talking about, Wink.
Stop winking! You wouldn't want anyone to say anything compromising about you to your AG.
AG knows everything about me, and I don't wink.
It's pretty chilling.
But I go back and go, yeah, sure, we won't tell her.
Wink.
Stop it! Stop it! Why are you on? You just said wink out loud, monkey!
Look.
Wink.
Why would you all do something so horrible? It would break my heart if she found out.
Oh my god.
It would!
Fucking...
Well, what if she can help you? She's an alchemist.
She's an alchemist, but she's... My daughter's very bright, but she's not prepared to...
You don't know that. She's her own woman. She could be absolutely prepared.
I do know that.
Maybe she transforms too. Wink.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look to Ilana and try not to laugh and say empty nest syndrome.
Exactly.
It's not hereditary. She doesn't... You're all very frustrating.
Look,
anyway,
that one guy's gone from the ship.
And VD, I know I can at least trust you to not mention it to my daughter when we meet again.
Just
let me. I'll tell her in due time, but I need to prepare first.
Wink.
No wink.
That's trust your judgment.
Yeah, just let the father take care of her daughter for once. Don't ruin this for me.
Wink.
Oh, I'm not going to ruin anything.
Sunkong, I trust you, Sunkong.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Wink.
Poor Aesop, he's getting
You're both so dreadful. Hey, Jason, retcon. I meant to, before we left Relica, buy a bunch of glass vials just to restock all of my supplies.
Okay.
How much would that have cost me?
Just
you know,
empty glass vials?
Just a shit ton of empty glass vials.
5 SP like a ration for an empty vial.
Alright, well then that's gonna be 1 gold. I buy 1 gold of glass vial.
Okay. Cregan rears the corner and says, "Hey, what's going on, guys?"
Oh,
Where have you been?
And I thought that was the cat. What's up, buddy?
Oh, get it because the cat smells?
I don't really smell that bad. You guys smell pretty right, though.
Is there a place
Speak
to
for
wash
yourself.
this ship?
I don't know.
Yes, we just came from Relica, the sand planet, full of heat and skeletons.
You have to ask Amron.
All kinds of fun stuff.
And Amron would have to ask Luke.
What? Wait, what
If
happened?
there's any showers on the ship.
Oh.
Well, I would
Say,
assume
like-
that there are somewhere, but
Yeah,
probably, like,
I don't
not.
know. Look, like this, I don't know, these access panels, they pop up and there's a shower. Boom.
The 1 shower.
Can Rayon watch, or not Rayon, can Ravier
Like,
watch
here's
the
one.
shower?
I have my eyes everywhere on the ship for safety.
Actually, I think the room that Aesop was originally supposed to be the shower.
Wait,
but
there's
whatever.
one over here? No, there's one over here. Look.
Okay, good, we're good. Aesop is just like shooting heroin in a bathtub. Like, that's the fucking room.
I think each floor technically has one because.
Okay, we're good. We're good, everyone.
Crow feet just hanging out of the bathtub. Yeah, there apparently is, Cregan says.
What have you been up to, Cregan?
Being very, very bored. I'd love to
You've
get
been
on
keeping
some of the
Ukon
action.
company?
Doing my best to.
Yeah, what have you and Ukog been doing? Wink.
Oh my god.
You know, me and her, as well as old Rink over here, we all had ties before this whole thing happened with the Twixt, so we go way back.
I used to dress very formal. He's telling the truth.
We have a kinship, me and her, and probably Rink to some degree, from what he may remember.
So, you knew Ukog, but you didn't know Sunkong? And they're married?
Well,
Ooh, scandalous.
me and Rink were part of the same faction, the Harmonium. We were basically like the hired police of the area.
Oh, Rico's laying down the law. That is hard to imagine.
Ukog wasn't in our faction, but as a martially adept figure as herself, we did happen to at least have her as a bit of a on-again, off-again associate. We had a relatively decent friendship between the two of us. 3 of us, really.
Ah, 3-way friendship.
Yeah.
Wink.
3-way friendship, he said with a smile.
Yeah, it was rather harmonious.
Yep.
Puns. What do you
We
have?
have some booze if you want to get fucked up.
Why didn't you say that as the first thing when I came
Oh,
in?
we should all have a party!
Oh, should I get started? I can start making some beer for everyone.
Ew,
Oh.
no thanks.
Wait, what are you guys talking about? This guy can make beer?
It's not good.
I'm actually
It
pretty
tastes
sure
like
Cregan
mayonnaise.
knew that already.
Oh.
I want to try this out for myself.
What about vodka? Can you make vodka?
Yeah, can you make vodka?
I can make wine.
That's better. That's better warm than beer.
Okay. Well, wine it is. I make a gallon of wine.
Oh my god.
I just sit over here in the corner and synthesize a gallon of wine.
This guy can
Nice.
just make you guys alcohol?
Yeah, it almost tastes like real wine.
I mean, shit, I don't know how you guys aren't plastered 24/7.
Well, bottoms
Because-
up.
We're
It
often
tastes
in
like-
life and death situations 24/7, honey.
This is true.
Maybe it would be a good idea to have a couple drinks and relax and maybe go over. I mean, we have 14 days.
14 days.
Yeah.
Let's hope we don't get all cooped up in here and end up killing each other.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Anyway, I can make 14 gallons of wine over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, in the meantime, let's get fucked up.
Let's get fucked up. There's like a montage of us all just drinking and shit, and like taking selfies and like standing on upside down and shit. Drinking with the admiral, like he's like
Putting a party hat on the admiral.
He looks like he could have gotten fucked up.
Pointed on the panel and watching Rhaegar get drunk.
Just vomiting in the corner from the gas station quality box wine that I'm making for
Nothing wrong with some box wine.
I literally can't hold physical objects, Rhaegar says.
That's fine, we just pour it on the panel and you can absorb it.
You will damage the equipment.
Only one way to find out.
I will kill you.
Do it.
So,
Can I,
as in
hand-
partake?
Yeah, I remember doing something like this in wizard school.
Yeah, bottoms up and beauty.
Might have been why I didn't do so good with my spells.
Did you ever drink with Hush?
Oh.
That's a lot of miles and bottles ago. I really couldn't say.
Safe.
Only one way to find
Say
out.
wink.
I'm sure she was focused on her studies, too focused on her studies to partake.
Yeah.
I think I remember her drinking with us on the other ship. I looked to Rinkas.
Yeah, she did say that she had a friend, back where she came from that wasn't a bird.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sure she made many friends. I'm sure she was very popular.
Maybe it was a saucy half-elf male that had a drinking problem.
Got to squint at Nvidi and then shrug. Nvidi seems like a nice kid.
It's only a problem if it's debilitating. I'm completely still able-bodied.
Does Nvidi get drunk?
I'd assume he does. I mean,
I want to start talking to him about his tomes while we're not sober.
Oh.
I wanted to, okay, yeah, we can do that. That's fine. What about my tome?
Make a Constitution check, Nvidi.
Oh!
Whoa!
Okay. You may have not let on too much, but you definitely feel like you had some hazing rituals, perhaps somewhere at the Ravus Eterna, and you can hold your alcohol, at least in this moment, so you don't feel, you're definitely inebriated, but you don't feel terribly loose-lipped, depending on how you want to roleplay that.
Okay.
What's in those tomes, Magic Boy?
It's, writing.
No
Spells.
shit, buddy.
Got her.
Spells,
Why don't you let me have a little peel of a little beacon there?
you wouldn't be able to understand. It's,
You know I can read.
I have a feeling you wouldn't be
Let
able
me
to
just look at me a little bit.
Just a tip.
It's not really meant for other people. I use it to write down what's going on and use it to research my situation, and it
The
usually
fuck? Is this a
helps me out.
diary? Are you talking about a diary? You have a
Sure.
diary that you're saying is magic.
Yeah, you could simplify it as that, yeah.
So why do these people want your diary?
Because the diary writes back to me.
Are you sure you're not drunk always?
Drunk? No. Just
Write something in it right now, and I want to see something.
overflowing with celestial power, yeah.
Is it like your pen pals with your god?
With The author, yeah.
Oh, the author. How ostentatious.
Wait, your god is called the author?
Is it cute?
Oh, I don't really know what it's called. I just call it the author because it's writing a book. I'm not
Rayon,
good with words.
didn't you have a
names.
diary too, Rayon? Isn't this like what you did?
Yes, I did.
Maybe you two can put your diaries together and make a super diary.
Oh, fuck.
I got rid of mine.
You got rid
I
of
forgot.
Rand's like sitting in the corner with a glass of water.
Wait, can you ask it in anything?
Partially. It's usually not helpful for menial things.
Ask it if our ship is okay.
Ask it if its refrigerator's running.
Ship. Oh my god.
I don't.
Yeah, ask it if your refrigerator's running.
That'll get it good.
I don't necessarily think it knows about refrigerators.
Then how's it all know? Everyone here knows what a refrigerator is. And no
Well,
wonder it
ask
doesn't
it,
talk much.
Ask it where our ship is.
Doesn't sound like much of a code to me if it doesn't know about a refrigerator.
I know, this guy is fun.
It's a stupid book. It doesn't even need to use a refrigerator.
The book pops up and starts talking to it. You uncouth swine.
How would it know about your ship if I've never seen your ship before?
Just ask it where the geodesic ship that we have is at.
It knows Hush.
It knows us. And it knows Hush. Hush was on the ship.
Hush was on the ship.
I don't think it knows Hush. We were separated when I first came across it, so kind of saved me.
Okay, well you know us.
It's gotta know something you don't know. It was around before you.
It's actually been around for a long time from what I can gather, but it's still trying to figure it out. I really don't understand all of it.
Ask it. Ask it.
Ask it.
Ask it. Ask it.
What am I asking it?
Where our geodesic ship is at. That's gonna be your new home too.
Have you ever asked it its name?
Its name's in there, but I haven't quite cracked that code yet.
What language is it in?
The mixture of things I haven't seen before that I'm not really equipped to know, and celestial and draconic.
Oh, and you never had it looked at by anyone else?
No.
$10 says Suncon can pick this book up and read it with no problem.
I'll take that bet. 10 gold.
Nobody is reading the book.
Oh,
Suncon doesn't even know how to read.
He spoke to gods in another world that touched pillars and saw everything.
Maybe. Anyways, write to your author and ask it where our ship is.
I can try. I don't really know much about your ship. Is there anything specific I can...
Cooey's there, Hush is there.
it was made by a magic blue. What is it? The blue man?
The
Magic
arcane.
I don't know. It sounds like they're making stuff up half the time.
The arcade man. Something just spoke to me and told me the arcade man.
So I'll go deliberate on that and ask it. But in the meantime, are these important at all? And I want to pull out the 2 weird bits I have in my pocket from a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, you can just give those to Aesop. He'll collect them.
I'm starting a collection.
We're gonna use those, and Kui's gonna take them when we find her, and she's gonna build stuff on the ship for us. Whatever we want.
So it's just, is it currency?
Oh,
I don't know. I'm
maybe-
holding on to
Well, you
it.
can use them and you can get cool gems.
it's like energy. maybe? I don't know.
Well, I'll hold on to it for you. How about that?
Okay.
All right.
You can have those and
46.
Have we ever asked anybody about weird bits? Raid Riar, what have you Raid Riar?
Yes. Wyrd appears in the room.
Have you ever seen any of these before?
I take one and hold it like way too close to his face.
He like pulls back. Yes, from what I gathered, they are known as weird bits in this realm.
Okay, but what are they? What are they?
From the small pieces of information that I've gathered, mostly from Neo Gokyo and the things that Amryn brings me, they are compacted and compressed energy of the Wyrd itself.
See, I could be a scientist. I said energy. You guys heard it first. Glosse alert. The weird bits are energy. I nailed it.
Energy is in a dormant state, but they can be used in other magical services to provide things, as you have already mentioned here.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Yes.
So, could we use them as money ever? You think there's like a currency going on with these weird bits?
There seems to be a universal exchange rate of 25 gold for each weird bit.
Oh yeah.
Alright, thanks for it, Riar. Great.
You're welcome, Glosse. He disappears.
You know, maybe Glosse is gonna lean in real close to everybody. Maybe, you know, he says he's got eyes everywhere. What if he's with the, what are they called? The pit? The who has eyes everywhere? The people that are watching us.
What are you talking about?
How do we know that he's not spying on us?
What, Radria?
Yes!
We don't. I assume he's watching us at all times.
Yes, but
He probably knows what we all look like naked.
Oh. But...
What'd you say, we should get naked?
No.
He watches you preen.
Amryn, where are you on the ship?
Oh,
Amryn is like the designated driver.
Yeah, I'm the DD. I'd probably just be hanging out, making sure everything's fine.
You
with
hear
my
a lot
glass
of ruckus coming from one of the rooms in the ship.
Oh, I would probably go check it out just to make sure they're not, you know, too crazy, having too much fun, you know.
The saber cat's drunk.
Amryn walks into the room with you guys.
Aesop stands up and does like a half-hearted salute and then just falls back in his chair.
Amber would probably drink a little bit with them.
Okay, Amryn joins you guys and consumes some alcohol.
So, where's Sun Kong? Is Sun Kong drinking with us?
Oh yeah. Come on, monkey.
He's banging out his wife finally.
Wow. Poor Ukog.
Beating her?
No, banging her out.
Sun Kong, are you drinking with him?
I'll have a glass of wine.
Refined monkey boy over here.
Aesop puts an arm around Sun Kong, and his breath just smells like drain cleaner.
Oh, this is awesome!
You know, I know Ilana's really hard, but the reason I trusted you with the silver staff is because I know you'll be willing to put yourself in harm's way should the worst thing come to the worst thing come to the worst thing.
Why is Aesop like sniffing Sun Kong's face?
I think they like each other. I still haven't figured that out. I don't get it because the monkey's dumb.
Oh.
I know, Aesop, and I wouldn't let you hurt anybody if I could stop it.
That's true. And you know, is when you jump into the fight, it's really impressive.
Yeah,
well, thank you. Hold on.
Die, come back to life. That was cool.
But you've been in danger so many times before, but you're not dead, so you must be doing something right.
Hey, look, is Cregan in the room with us?
Yeah.
I look at him and say, why don't you tell us a story about, you know, some of the stuff we did from back in the day. Remember, I tap my head and say, it's still a little foggy up there.
Oh yes, tell us stories about copper recos.
Well, there was that time that me and Ring headed off to a nearby area that we were supposed to patrol around. Some old ruins of what they called the Unhuman War, some big old battle in the past. I know a little bit about it, but I wouldn't want to bore you with it. Suffice it to say, we find some interesting relics from there. Eggs. What they seemed like eggs. Unsure what they were. Although we had a sinking suspicion they were part of these things, he says, kind of running a finger at Sun Kong, bionoids. Created by the elves as a biological weapon to stop the orcs and, wouldn't you know it, the witchlight marauders.
You have one of those, don't you, Sun Kong?
Yeah, that me and Ukog.
Also heard stories about there being some type of giant pilotable undead insects that these bionoids could use. Shame me and Rink didn't find any of those. Would have been pretty awesome.
That's weird.
Yeah.
What isn't a human war? What was it? Was it something
It was
important?
The orcs and the goblinoids. They created these really gross things, the witchlight marauders. I think you guys are a little familiar with them.
Yes, those horrible things.
No one seems exactly sure how they were made, other than probably some pretty dark rituals by the goblinoid or orc kind. They were created as a defense weapon, he says, doing his fingers in quotations. But they were really used as first strike weapons. They could decimate entire planets. Eat. They just eat everything. And they don't need to sleep or drink. They don't need to breathe. You can just shove them off to a planet and watch it slowly get turned into nothing but rock.
Can you kill them? Did they die out? How did the war end?
That's where these bionoid came in. Helped fend off the aggressive ones. The witchlight marauders. At least the stories we heard come in all sizes. Although, back in my time as a patroller, I got the inklings that a certain division in the patrol was building an army of these things, buying them off of the genius. Gonna be used as a weapon of sorts, should they need to. I don't like the idea. Recommissioning something as evil as those things were. I put my 2 cents in and said they should all be destroyed, but they don't really listen to me much. Some of them I've heard were huge. That's probably where these big, massive, pilotable things that these bionoids used were to help fend them off. I guess at the very least, even though the patrollers are in command of some of these things, especially seeing as how whatever one that was that ate the Omega space ring was on a massive scale, I guess you could say it's good that they're under the control of the patrollers.
Heard something about there being some type of device that the genius crafted within each of them, and a separate magic item or some type of artifact that you could use to control them. Couldn't control their actions and make them docile, but at the very least you could control their appetite, choose what they eat. I'm assuming the patrollers just use that to incentivize them to have their fill of whatever areas of the Twixt are rather unruly and need to be policed, if you will.
Sounds like a lot of power for one corporation to have.
I look at him and belch extremely loud and say, "That wasn't a fun story."
Did you ever hear about me or the, what was it, Ilana, the mercy killer, Ilana?
I heard about you, yeah. Me and Rinka attended your concert and you basically destroyed Sigil.
No, I didn't destroy
That was a
Sigil.
fun time, right, Rink?
You're all a bunch of criminals!
No, I'm not a criminal.
Well, I mean, not on purpose.
It wasn't me, I was like...
Who's a criminal on purpose? Everyone's a criminal by happenstance. Nobody says, "I'm going to be a criminal today."
You're the worst.
Yeah, like we left Shlev on that planet. We could be considered criminals.
Oh yeah, you guys didn't bring Schlev back with you.
Oh yes, we abandoned him.
Oh, poor fuck.
He's safe.
He's probably dead already.
Hey, what's the worst that could happen? A giant floating pyramid raining bones and death and destruction from an ancient king who's, there's something, I don't know.
We'll never know what's inside that.
It's highly unlikely.
Yeah, it all sounds pretty weird.
Well, you're a great storyteller, Cregan.
Thanks.
7 out of 10.
I'll take it.
Passable.
I'll take it.
I'm asleep after his story.
Well, I think I'll be retiring to my room. Everyone, die, have a good...
Oh!
Whoa.
Aesop!
What?
You alright, buddy?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just a little drunk is all.
You let your friend drink too?
My friend?
You just said die, honey.
I did not say that. You're drunk. You're mishearing me.
I look at him and wink.
Would you stop winking?
Yeah, time to go to sleep.
Good night, everyone. Kind of lean really hard on my cane, make it back to the room without falling over.
Sun Kong, Cregan's story reminds you that you have a book talking about a place called the Eos Ruins. Or a scroll, rather, not a book. And on this scroll are different drawings and depictions of Bionoid. Just for your knowledge.
Who has this?
You do.
Oh.
You bought it from the bookseller on Relica, who was riding the giant lizard. With that, most of you...
Oh yeah, and I've got that treasure map. Or the map planer. I want to look at that with Emmett. I just...
Yeah, Oh, go ahead.
We also technically have... I'm getting echo again. I don't know what's going on. We also technically have the map for the other pyramid from Relica, so I don't know if we'll ever get a chance to use that, but we have it.
Oh yeah.
Let's all just go back to Relica. Let's have another big Relica adventure.
No,
That's what we want to do.
No, we should get going.
You guys look around and it's been 3 days.
Oh my goodness.
What's that map, though? Did Sun Kong want to open and take a look at that map?
I wanted to take that to Amber. Joe,
can at least find out where it leads.
The large planar location is the area of the Eos ruin, Sun Kong, where depictions of bionoids and some intricate-looking pillars and stonework architecture lay.
Oh, okay, so that's what's on the planar map? Where is that? Like, where would that...
The location of that is... Hang on just a second. I will ping it for you. It is right over here.
It's close to Halcyon.
Yes, it is.
And you said also on the map that's where I see the pillars and the like bionoid looking creatures?
Yep. Seems to be some type of ruins or gathering place of the bionoid people at one point.
I would like to check that out one day.
Maybe once we have the ship.
Maybe, yeah, once we have the geodesic ship back.
So as you guys are making your way there, Cameron, you were doing a bit of cursory research looking into the arcane database about any information stored on the geodesic ship, right?
Yeah.
I believe
I don't remember.
I think you whispered that to me in one session at some point.
Oh, well, I done forgot about it. So, I don't know. If that's, I don't remember.
You are punching things in and find a message that you didn't recognize before from Radriar.
Let's see it!
Would join me in the audience channel, please.
Oh, fuck you!
Shit. Bye! Over here. Yes.
The message is from the original Radriar.
The OG.
And it says, Amron, interesting that you would look for information on something such as this, the geodesic ship. It was part of my original work and why I came here to work with the arcane man, though I never expected you to get embroiled in any of it.
Oh shit! This is like real time. This is him. Okay, cool. Go. Sorry.
Well, it's like a written message.
Yeah.
I assume, considering the arcane man was light on details, that at the very least there is probably some type of relatively adept crew commandeering it currently. I don't see any need for you to get too involved. However, I would suggest that should they have any need and come to you, if you wouldn't mind lending them at least some modicum of aid, and to ensure the safety of the ship itself. It is of utmost importance, Amron, that ship remains safe and hopefully within their hands.
Does it say why? Like, what's on? Well, I was obviously already doing anyway, but does it say why he wants that? Like, why that
I wish
ship?
I could tell you more, Amron, but the arcane man has sworn me to some secrets, and has not provided all of the information, other than saying that it holds a terrible importance.
Oh, fuck. Damn it! Alright, well...
That's where the message ends.
Great! Okay. Cool.
Alright.
Sure.
We're back.
Get back!
I listened to it all on the stream, Jason. I don't
I mean, you guys
that
can
was
do
your
that,
intention
but
or not.
You guys. Amron, you know that information.
Got it.
Amron, you look like you have something you want to tell us.
Yeah. No.
Oh, my mistake.
You're imagining things.
No, I mean, Amryn looks determined, and she... I'm gonna do anything I can to help you guys get your ship back.
She just wants us off a ship. It's okay.
Oh, no. I like having you guys on... Maybe not the cat, but I like having you guys on the ship.
You hear that, Alana? She doesn't like tall cat.
No, I mean, not the tabaxi, but the...
Oh, I'm sorry. She don't like Bass Bell.
No, she's also a tabaxi. Not a saber-toothed.
But he's so sweet.
Oh.
It's a girl. Okay. I looked.
How rude.
It looks up to you guys and then looks back down and continues licking one of its paws.
See, he's
It licks its crotch.
Looks up at us, goes back.
Gross.
Has anybody...
Just like a real cat.
How much do you know about your ship?
A lot.
Oh, yeah. Well,
a lot, I guess, compared to other people, not compared to what there is to know about it, probably.
that... Okay.
I know nothing.
How did you find the ship again?
It was given to us by the arcane man.
And what happened to the arcane man?
He turned
He
into
died.
energy or something.
He died.
He joined with the Force.
So he turned into... What? He
just turned into dust and floated away.
Yeah, you know, like old magic men do.
Interesting.
That kind of makes sense.
Exactly.
In a
What
weird
they
way.
want to do.
Why? What do you know about our ship?
Oh, I know absolutely nothing about your ship.
I mean, you're asking a lot of questions for somebody who doesn't know anything.
Well, you guys are asking me to take you to a good court and get your ship back that was taken. And,
I think she can.
So why are you asking where the source? The source has nothing to do with where it's currently at.
well, just a very interesting ship. The
Yeah, it is.
original Raidriar had something to do with it, and I would like to know more about it.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
didn't
we
we?
knew that.
Yeah, didn't we see that in the replays or whatever?
I didn't say that.
Out of character.
You also know that powering the magiance of the ship is a copy of one of the Raidriars.
I think you guys already told Amryn about that, so that's another.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would just like to learn more about your ship.
Makes sense.
I mean, I'd roll against you, but I'm not
Well,
going to.
I mean,
Really interesting ship.
I'm not
Makes sense.
lying. I want to know everything about that ship.
No, I want to roll an insight on why you want to know about our ship.
Oh,
Have ill intentions.
no. She seems interested as, to what? I mean, I don't know how to answer it. Why is the ship so? She wants to know why it's so important. Why you guys have it? I guess because it's obviously an extraordinary thing. But why do you guys have it, and why is it so?
That's a good question. I don't know. What did he say about us? He said something. The arcane man about why he was giving it to us. Didn't he say something about that?
I mean, we all came together from different places with our maps or whatever, but that's because we were all connected from Sigil when we all did that thing. When we all were mind controlled and then blew it up.
I don't know you people.
Ringcast still seems a little drunk.
He had some hair of the dog.
So, I hope that answered Elon's question.
Yeah,
It's okay to be curious.
Amryn seems earnest in understanding more about the ship from you guys.
I feel you, Amryn, and I don't understand so many things all the time. It makes sense just to want to know. Curious.
Yeah.
Totally understand.
Oh, so you're like the monkey boy. Okay.
Oh, I'm like the monkey. No. Oh, I don't think I'm like the monkey boy. I have curiosity, if that's what you mean. Yes. We are both very curious.
I think you're all inebriated.
It's been a couple days.
We're not even like we left. We're still at Relica.
We haven't even.
Alright, so can we speed up these 14 days, or what's going on?
Yeah.
The days pass on. And Vidi, as you crack open your journal and flip through the pages, you remember being a little inebriated and writing a message in it at the behest of the group, despite you not necessarily really wanting to humor them, but you still wrote in there anyway, asking about a geodesic ship. You find written in Draconic and glowing gold the message, "You are on the right path."
Oh.
Ooh.
Fascinating.
And
See what happens when you just take some time and ask the author all the questions.
that's up to you if you want to share that with the rest of the group and Vidi.
I could share that with everybody. It would make everybody
really?
very happy and very that would be my, I guess, offering of good faith to the group.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Nice.
Glad to hear it.
Would love to have you.
We're all connected somehow.
We're all in this together.
So with that, if there is nothing else, you guys spend the rest of the 14 days traveling to Everwinter.
Yep.
I'm so bored, so bored, so bored!
Reading the
Oh no.
I'll be meditating.
Amryn would want to talk to Aesop, just shoot the shit and stuff. I feel like that's something she.
Oh, hi, Emre.
We don't have an
hi,
arc.
Okay, cool.
You guys find yourselves amidst the debris of rocks and rubbles. You remember everyone besides Aesop. There being a large chunk of land here that served as like a carved off, excised piece of a place called Neverwinter that was teleported away because of some type of demonic surge that was assaulting it. But now that large piece of land that you used to know is gone, and all that seems left around here is large chunks of what seem like craggy rocks that just float amidst the wild space.
Yeah, it looks like a giant piece of trash.
It's not long before Raedrar is able to pick up the faint signal of some type of conjuration magic coming from one of the larger rocks. As the Project 14 moves that way and closes in, you can now see there is a hollow crevice in a large area of the rock itself. And within, as the light of a nearby sun sort of pierces through inside, you can see and make out what you assume to be the ruins of the Fortress of Hidden Concealment.
We did it!
Bum, bum, bum.
Exciting.
Hey, it looks like the card.
Yes, Rinkaz, there is a striking resemblance to the card, leading you to believe that this is the right place, or the start of the right place that will lead you to the Quartz Lair, where you guys can confront him. And with that, that is where we'll end this session.
Yeah. We're gonna get the ship back next session. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Nothing bad will happen. We'll find Kui and AG and everything will be fine.
Be sure to update your character sheets to level 9.
Yeah!
Fuck, not yet. Jesus. So yes, next session you guys will be seeing what's going on at this area. Strange place for a court to have his lair, but maybe you guys will find out more once you dig in a little deeper. So I hope you guys had fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Lots of kind of the large scale combat in those couple sessions, but hopefully it was kind of interesting. And,
awesome session.
You guys had fun. Let's see here.
Got a kitty.
Thank you. Yeah, Sun Kong got a cat.
I can't believe it.
Thank you, Commander Root, Decaf Smurf, Electric Longboard, Land Fusion, Slow Cool for watching, as well as all of you guys, my friends. Who I'll never
I wrote Slow Cool as the best username this week.
Slow Cool's pretty cool. I like Electric Longboard too. Electrical Longboard.
Is this a thing where we?
Yeah, last week I had one. I don't remember what it was, but this week.
Slow Cool has the coolest name as deemed by Ileana.
It's not cool right in the name.
Exactly.
Thank you guys for watching. You can find us here every Sunday from 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And also, as you guys watch, you'll build up points. And if you click on some little vortex portals that open up on the screen, you can build up some loyalty points in the form of weird bit points that you can use and spend and give these guys inspiration. You can give me inspiration. You can buy them weird bits.
Don't give the DM inspiration.
Whatever you'd like. All the details are there on our Twitch page. God_mode GAWD. So thank you everybody, and we will see you guys next week. Bye everybody.
Bye everybody.
Bye. Good day.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.